Okie dokie, I believe we are all the way live. Hello and welcome to my graveyard. I am your host of the evening, the Cemetery Man from Salem, Mass. Always taking names and kicking candy ass, live in color, here with you on Grande's Graveyard. Welcome, ladies and gents, to the Halloween Spooky Spectacular party only on Grande's Graveyard. And yes, tonight, I figure we do something to kind of just celebrate the times of the season instead of doing a specific topic and the same old format. I figured why the hell not do more of a grand show, more of a show where you guys can be involved, because tonight we are doing a little bit of horror movie trivia. Yes, we've got trivia cards. We've got trivia cards galore. We'll be doing all things horror movie trivia tonight to get you guys involved into the mix. We'll also be diving into one of my all-time favorite scary stories books, and that is none other than Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Yes, by Mr. Alvin Schwartz, one of my favorite all-time little books here. We're going to be reading some stories from here. I don't know about y'all. I did a video yesterday to warn y'all to bring something to the party. Bring your own fucking candy, BYOC, if you will, tonight. I bought a little Twix. I don't know. This is my favorite candy in the world. Little cookie, little caramel, little chocolate. You've got to love it, ladies and gents. So I brought a little chocolate along. If you guys are eating some chocolate tonight, partying with me, let me know what you got in the chat. And also, to cap everything, we'll be ranking a couple of random horror movie franchises. Just kind of a fun, interactive show that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I figured what better time than spooky season to do so. We've got the legendary Pamela the Pumpkin here. We've got good old Roy, the NECA figure, and we've got good old Uncle Sam. Not that Uncle Sam, but Sam from Trick or Treat. NECA figures. We've got Pamela the Pumpkin. We're chilling like villains only on the Graveyard here tonight, and I'm super excited to have you all here. So let's check out the chat. AJ Zetro was in the house. He's got to take it. He's in the shitter. And the shitter was full. AJ Zetro, welcome to the house, man. Trenchy, my guest from last week. Trench, welcome, man. Good to see your name. Good to see your name. Thank you for being my guest last week. I suck at trivia. Don't worry about it. Who is good at trivia? Come on. The Master of Fear is here. What's going on? Good sister Cara. How's everything? Entertainment Hideout. That's a name I don't see too often. Welcome. Hello, Grande. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Graveyard. Miss Carter is here. Ciao, Grande. Miss Carter gave me a shout out actually on her Instagram page today. So thank you so much for that, Miss Carter. It means a lot. Horror Head Heather, Triple H is in the house. Hey, everyone. Hey, Miss Carter, saying hi to everybody. My good brother Magnum Mac is in the Heezy. Frozen Kit Kats. Well, these aren't frozen, but I bought them yesterday, so I kept it in the refrigerator so they wouldn't melt on me, because the weather's been kind of weird here. The weather's been like 67 to like 72 degrees every day, so it's yet to really feel quite like fall. So I figured, hey, let me throw these in the refrigerator. So thankfully they're a little bit chilled. People saying hi. I got candy corn and hearts. Okay, very nice. Gotta love the candy corn. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of it, but hey, to each their own, and whatever makes you happy, right? No candy, but I do have pizza and a Mountain Dew. Now, that is my freaking meal of choice, Mr. Neil. Welcome to the Graveyard, my friend. Hope all is well with you. Happy spooky season. Twix, 2 for me, none for you. Slasher Fred's in the house. Well, I got 2 for me. I don't know. I hope you have 2 for you. I don't know. People saying hi to each other. Let's scroll down here. All these horror heads are going to destroy me in this trivia game. Well, hey, it's fun. It's interactive. Let's just have some fun, man. Snickers and Reese's Pieces. Hell yeah, man. Gotta love Snickers and Reese's Pieces. My man, the legend, John Grande, Robert Simeone's in the house. Robert, welcome, man. Good to see your name on here. People saying hi, Triple H. Go, yeah, Horrorhead Heather, Triple H. It's time to play the game. I guess I can ask you guys what you want to do first, right? Because I've got scary stories to tell in the dark. We could start with those. I have horror trivia. We could lead off with that. It seems like we got a bunch of people already. So if you want, we could start horror trivia wise, and then kind of just work our way from there. I feel like we've got a ton of, fun activities, ton of great people in the chat. And I figure, it'd be a good time tonight. Let's see. Haven't been feeling good, and now I'm feeling better, and that's why I haven't seen you around, Grande. No worries at all. Hey, I hope you're feeling better. I hope spooky season's been treating you good. Hope you guys have all been watching some awesome titles. And I guess we can jump right into horror trivia unless anyone has any objections. You guys want to do horror trivia first? I feel like I'm leaning that way. I had my chocolate fix last night. Brownies. Okay, brownies. Should we cheers? Should we cheers with some chocolate to kick this son of a bitch off? I don't know. I think we should. So, all right, I'm opening up my Twix right now. I think we've got to go all school Twix right here. So everybody, in the spooky land, in the spooky season on Grande's Graveyard tonight. Cheers from my chocolate to your chocolate, or my chocolate to your candy corn, or my chocolate to whatever the hell pizza, popcorn, Mountain Dew combination you got. Cheers to y'all. Cheers. Thank you all for being such awesome supporters, followers, and subscribers of Grande's Graveyard. This one's for you. Oh, man. Oh, good stuff. I'll click on them. I don't want to read with a mouthful here. Oh, you got any M&Ms in them, Missy? Let's go. Okay, we're ready, man. Who's better than you? I always loved the cookies and cream one. Melting in my hand a little bit. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Hell yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get the trivia underway. As soon as I'm done chewing. Sorry, this is the only problem with this. When you're a host and you're single, we gotta kind of carry the show and not have a lot of dead air. So I apologize. Hey man, you're not the way you go get one. Hershey almond is so good. Oh, that's my mom's favorite. All right, horror movie trivia, guys. You ready? First question. What is the relationship between Ginger and Bridget in Ginger Snaps? What is their relation? Anybody? Anyone? Bueller? What is the relationship between Ginger and Bridget in Ginger Snaps? That one came out in the year 2000. One of my favorite, coming of age vampire. I'm sorry, not coming of age vampire films. Coming of age werewolf films, actually. And look at all this. Look at it. Everyone's getting it. Triple H, sister. Mr. Dan is in the house. Hell yeah. They're both siblings. That's another way of saying sisters. Okay, easy one we started with. All right, we stumped Kara. Need to see Ginger Snaps. I'm going to say they're lovers. Ooh, little incest, Mac. You got a dirty mind, man. As the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley would say, you got a dirty mind. You got a dirty mind, buddy. Sisters, they're sisters. All right. Well, you guys are all correct, except Mr. Mac and Kara. They are they are sisters. You're gonna pull out my favorite werewolf movie as the first question. Hey man, you were telling me you weren't gonna be any good at trivia. I don't know. I think you're doing pretty goddamn good, in my opinion. Hey, no incest on the graveyard. At least not on my graveyard. You do whatever the hell you want on your graveyard. Okay, another family question. Ready? The murder of what family member does Sheriff Wydell avenge in The Devil's Rejects? Sheriff Wydell, of course, is the William Forsythe character in The Devil's Rejects. So here we go. What do we got? Another sibling question. Who did he avenge? What family member did he avenge in The Devil's Rejects? 30 seconds. Good luck. I'm like the American Alex Trebek. And yes, I agree. That's an awesome ending theme. Brother. The Entertainment Hideout says brother. So we got two brothers. What is everybody else thinking? We're thinking brother? Oh, man, look at all this. Brother. I mean, I don't think I can keep you in any more suspense than I already have. It is his brother. Yes, good old Tom Towles from, of course, House of 1,000 Corpses. Tom Towles, of course, I always remember from Night I Lived Dead 1990. He plays the asshole Cooper. Always really loved him. I thought he was wonderful. But yeah, no. So that is the second question. Next question now. And I just want to make sure some of these are easy or gettable enough, I guess. You said sibling. Oh, all right. Well, whatever. If you ever see the film, Dick Tracy, William Forsythe also plays the gangster. And he's also the killer clown in We All Scream for Ice Cream, which he plays like the mentally handicapped clown. I love his performance in that. He's great. Mateo, ciao grande. Happy Thursday. Hell yeah, it's trivia time. You came just in time, man. I'm about to ask an American Giallo question. So fucking fasten your seatbelts. And we already had some chocolate on Grande's Graveyard. So cheers to you, buddy. Oh shit, Rainbow's here. It's party time. Hell yeah, Rainbow, what's going on? They're coming to get you, Barbara. All right, next question. Question number 3. You guys ready? What Christian ceremony is Karen attending on the day she is murdered in Alice, Sweet Alice, 1976? Of course, Karen, it's not the bad Karen of nowadays. It's the voluptuous Brooke Shields, if you will, daddy. Gotta love Brooke Shields. That woman is still hot. And Blue Lagoon, that is like one of the all-time great movies. I love Blue Lagoon. So what Christian ceremony is she attending when she gets bloody murdered. What do we got, everybody? What do we got? Oh, okay. We've got a communion. We've got communion. I have no idea. Well, I gotta be honest. It is communion. Look at all these people. Look at all these people telling me they weren't going to be no good. Need to watch Al Sweet Alice. I'm gonna say she attended a brisk. Well, no, she might have been drinking a fucking brisk iced tea, but she wasn't at no brisk. People saying hi. Yeah, hope you're having an awesome Thursday too. Christening right for her younger sister. I haven't seen the movie Communion. Communion. I thought for a minute this said condominium. I never used them. No, Communion is correct. That's also the alternate title for the movie. Alice Sweet Alice is just way better. That's just such a better, like that title just sells. And Albert Soule did a wonderful job with that movie. To me, the great American Giallo. A movie that we could put up there with the stuff that Baba did and Fulci did and Argento did. To me, Alfred Soule shoots that movie right up there. It's the American old school Giallo movie, and there's very few of them. So I always loved Alice Sweet Alice. One of my favorite Halloween specials I used to watch was The Worst Witch. Oh, of course, and Tim Curry. Your dog could turn into a cat. I love that one, man. Next question, though. Another Giallo question. This one, everyone should get this right. If you know anything about Giallos, you should get this right. The killer in The Bird with the Crystal Plumage wears what color gloves? Give me a color, everybody. Give me a goddamn color. Come on now. I've seen Alice Sweet Alice, but didn't know the name. Didn't know it was Giallo. Well, it's American Giallo. It's very, Americanized Giallo, but in my opinion, it's a really good one. What did I miss? Went to get another Mountain Dew. Oh wow, okay, that's voluptuous. You got to clean up your cat's puke. I asked what Christian ceremony was Karen attending on the day she was murdered in Alice Sweet Alice. Also, next question. Oh, we got black. Plenty of black. Yes, ladies and gents, black is okay. Somebody gets red. No, it is black. Of course, Giallo being the films where it's the black glove killer. So I don't know. I think we did pretty good on this first card. There's some people that didn't get any wrong. So I don't know. Maybe we got to get a little bit harder now. I don't know. I definitely think these are going to get a little bit harder. Oh, that would be Communion. Hell yeah. Black. Need to watch Crystal Plumage. Highly recommend the 4K that Arrow Video put out. They just did a tremendous job on that. But all right, let's get to the next card. This one should be a layup, this first one, but then we're going to get a little bit harder here. All right, first one on this card. Let Me In 2010 was a remake of what Swedish vampire film? Come on, ladies and gents. If you don't know this one, oh man, I just feel bad for you if you don't know this classic vampire film from 2008, one of my all-time favorites. A movie that I'll never forget the first time I watched. It was just such a trip for me. Another one that I guess you could kind of consider in a way coming of age. It definitely has the coming of age elements. But we've got a couple guesses. Triple H says, let the right one in. Neon Black Reviews, let the right one in. Let the right one in. I guess you're trying to type too fast here. Let Trevor, I don't know. Let the right one in. Hell yeah, let the right one in. Let's let the right one in tonight, only on the Graveyard. I don't know. But you guys are all correct. Let the right one in. So some of y'all are 5 for 5 right now. You're doing pretty damn good. This next one, though, this is where my true horror fans have got to know this. This is a tough one. A couple more comments, though. Pool season is amazing. I forgot the title. Love the pool season. That's the most epic part of the finale. It's just a wonderful movie. Let the right one in. Let the right one in. Let the right one in is like a pre-Twilight. Oh, geez. It's a lot better than fucking Twilight, though. Let the right one in, an absolute classic. I agree with that as well. That's one I would like to cover in December sometime. It's perfect, like snow horror movie. Next one. This one's a little bit harder. All right. This is for my Japanese horror fans. So where the hell y'all at? J horror fans, here we go. Although Ju-on The Grudge is the first film in the series to be theatrically released, what number film is it in the series? I'll ask out one more time. Although Ju-on The Grudge 2002 is the first film in the series to be theatrically released, what number film is it in the series? What number? What number is Ju-on The Grudge? And my J-horror fans out there, you've got to know this. We've got Neon Black Review says number 2. We've got Miss Carter saying number 2. AJ saying number 2. Magnum Max saying number 2. Are we all going to follow the leader? Trenchy's going to guess number 3. So Trenchy's going against the grain. 2, 2, 2. Any more guesses before I give you the answer? Any more? Or are we just following the leader here? I don't know. Is the blind leading the blind? Or is the neon leading the neon? I don't know. Nobody else going to guess this one? What number film in the series? I'll give you a countdown. 4. Trenchy, you were the only one that got it right. It is number 3. Yes, of course. And I am a huge fan of those movies. Magnamac guessed number 1. No, that is wrong. I haven't really got to Japanese horror. I highly recommend you do. But yes, no, Trench was the only one that got that right. Of course, Ju-on the Curse and then Ju-on the Curse 2 were both made for TV films, and then Ju-on the Grudge was released theatrically in Japan 2002, then followed by Ju-on the Grudge Part 2 in 2003, and then Americans just said, fuck it, fly that son of a bitch over here, have them remake it, and then they did a Grudge trilogy, Grudge 1 through 3, and then they did Ju-on White Ghost, Ju-on Black Ghost, and oh my God, Ju-on the Final Curse, Ju-on the Beginning of the End, Ju-on versus Jason. I mean, they fucking done Ju-on movies out the fucking wazoo. But Trench, you got that right, my friend. I don't know. For someone who said he wasn't going to be very good at trivia, you got that one right, buddy. Let's go down the line here. I love the Halloween special is the Grinch night. The scene where the Who's and Whoville sense that something evil is very iconic. I haven't seen that. I have no idea. 4, not a bad guess. You were close. Honestly, didn't know. I just guessed. Well, you got it right, my friend. I guess this is good. You got to try. Damn, I could have sworn it was the second one. Awesome guess, Trenchcoat. I think 2 because Ringu Zero is the prequel. That's Ringu. Yeah, we're on Ju-on, my friend. You got Ju-on this, mother. Yeah, fucking AJ. All right, next question. Let's say this. Okay, this should be an easier one. This should be one that people get. Who was the only actor to play Jason Voorhees more than once in the Friday the 13th series? Only the Paramount 8, though. So, of course, 1980 to 1989, of course, Friday the 13th, all the way to Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Who is the only actor to play Jason more than once? 30 seconds. Good luck. I don't know. I feel like I should dedicate the show to Alex Trebek because it's kind of fun doing all these trivia questions. I picked them out pre-hand, so I figured, I'd try to make them easy as possible and then throw in an occasional hard one for people to go, what the fuck? We've got Kane Hodder. We've got Kane Hodder. Kane Hodder. Hodder. Kane. Kane Hodder. Kane Hodder. Ralph Macchio. John Steele's in the house. That's gotta be Kane. It's gotta be Kane. Imagine Vince McMahon commentating a Friday the 13th movie. That's gotta be Kane. Kane Hodder is correct. Yeah. Funny story. I met him at Monster Mania back in August. I was chilling. I'm sitting at the bar with my friend Ryan. He's ordering a drink. I'm sitting there drinking a water. And this guy taps me on the shoulder. He says, hey, do you mind? Because we were talking about moving to a table, Ryan and me, with our other friends. And he said, hey, you mind if I sit there? This guy taps me on the shoulder. I turn. It's fucking Kane Hodder. And I pointed to him and I went, Kane. And he went, what? It was really fucking funny. We just both kind of just had a stare off and like, Kane, what? It just looked at each other. And I got up and Kane Hodder sat in my fucking chair. True fucking story. I swear to God. If I don't kick my own ass, for real. Ted White was a guess. Okay. Oh, hi, Trench and Mac. People saying hi. What's up, John Brother Steele? Okay. Yes, that's that one. Let's see. Next one here. What fluid spilled on the mattress she died upon to resurrect Julia Cotton in Hellbound, Hellraiser 2? Yeah, Hellraiser question. What fluid spilled on the mattress she died upon resurrects Julia Cotton in Hellbound, Hellraiser 2, 1988? What fluid brought good old Julie Cotton back to life in that white suit, which fucking makes me laugh every time I see it? A little bit of blood. What kind of blood? Syrup, corn syrup, stuff they used to make blood? I don't know. Blood, chocolate milk, semen. Oh my God. So imagine they did a Hellraiser where somebody was jacking off and fucking Frank came back because of the semen. That would be crazy. The semen gave me new life. I have a new body now. Chocolate milk, blood or semen, blood and semen. We can accept sperm. Oh my God. Miss Carter's in all caps. Sperm, blood. Correct, Amundo. It is blood. Most of you guys got that. I'm guessing the people that didn't were just joking. But yeah, no, we gotta love Blood and Semen. The Peanut special, it's the Great Pumpkin. Charlie Brown is such a fantastic Halloween special. It makes me feel sorry for Charlie when all he gets is rock. I got a rock. That's the porn parody. Oh God, no, we don't want to watch the porn parody. No fucking way. Blood. Hell yeah. All right. So next card now. We killed that card. Everyone's doing pretty damn good. Let's see. Next one here. Oh, this one's a little too easy. Now we're gonna skip this card. That card's ridiculously easy. Um, let's see. Okay, in the French horror film Raw, what animal stomach does the lead character Justine have to eat for her college frat initiation? What's the stomach of what animal did she have to eat in order to be initiated into this kind of fraternity in her college? So Mr. Dan guesses a rabbit gut. DeRay, oh, a pig belly? Oh man, I don't know. That's fucking pork unto another level right there. That's a pork chop. We got 2 guesses pig, 3 guesses pig. Rabbit or horse? A horse stomach? Holy shit. I remember years ago on Fear Factor, they had to eat horse rectum. That was some gross shit. I don't care how much money you pay me, I would never eat fucking horse rectum. Pig, we got to guess dog. Haven't seen Raw, but I'm going to say a honey badger. It is not a honey badger. That scene made me fucking almost throw. Okay, Mr. Dan is pretty sure it's rabbit. Dude, nobody is eating horse guts, man. Oh my God. That'd be a fucking big ass stomach. Sheep in Scotland, it's not a big deal. Really? I didn't know that. Mateo, look who's cultured, this guy. I haven't seen Raw in a while. It is the Shock Master. Oh God. Oh God. He fucking fell flat on his fucking ass. That is one of my favorite segments of all time. Gerbil, in the islands of Tonga, they ate horse long ago. Really? Look at all these people. What are you fucking doing on Graveyard Trivia? Y'all should be teaching history class in the son of a bitch. But actually, Mr. Dan got it right, and he got it first. It is a rabbit gut. Yes, that is what they used to initiate Miss Justine into the fraternity, thus leading her on to become a cannibal, from vegetarian/vegan all the way to the end where she's munching on somebody's fucking corpse. You gotta love Raw. One of my favorite French horror films of the past 5-10 years. Really, really cool one. And the director went on to do the little movie Titan, which people seem to love or hate. I kind of really liked it. Really fucked up sex scene if you've seen Titan. King Gore's in the house. This guy. Howdy, y'all. Happy spooky season, Corey. I've never seen Raw. People saying hi. Rabbit. There it is. There you go. The rabbit. There you go. Let's see. Next one. All right. This is a who directed question. All right. Who directed The Wizard of Gore? Who directed it? I got a little bit of a hint for you. His name is somewhere in that title. Just a little bit of piece of it. A little bit. Who directed The Wizard of Gore? Titan was also great. There's a low budget horror movie called Black Sheep, which is about the mutant sheep killer. Oh, you gotta love mutant sheep killers. I'm from Texas. LO, no amount of money could convince me to eat a horse. Me neither, man. I would never. I don't know how the hell they did the horse fucking rectum. That shit's gross. Hey, sex scene was hot. Fucking bite me. Hell yeah, we gotta love that scene. We've got a guest. We got Herschel Gordon Lewis. We've got Kevin's in the house. Hey, Kevin. Herschel Gordon Lewis. Okay, people guessing Herschel Gordon Lewis. Any more guesses? Did anybody not think it was Herschel Gordon Lewis? H.G. Lewis, the Grand Wizard. Jesus Christ. Never watched Wizard of Gore, but I'm going to say Tom Savini. We got Tom Savini. Okay, anybody else? Oh, no horses. HGL, little Herschel Gordon Lewis. Yes, ladies and gents, it was Herschel Gordon Lewis. The Gore, Herschel Gordon Lewis. I don't know, little bitty piece. I guess maybe that was a bad hint. So I'm sorry for anyone who guessed Wizard of anything. I apologize. Let's go, y'all. Stab that like button for demand. Thank you so much. Hey, man, if y'all have community tabs, share us out. This is fun so far. Next question, though, another who directed. We got a couple who directed on this card. Next question, who directed Martin? Who directed Martin from 1978? Who directed the legendary drama vampire-esque film starring the legendary John Amplas? Who directed Martin? One of my all-time faves as well. And I know they recently found a 2.5 hour cut of that movie, and the guy is unfortunately holding it for ransom. So unless that guy gets his payday, we're never going to see the full extended version of Martin, which is a shame because I know Second Sight Films is coming out with that 4K special with Dish, but of course this guy is being a fucking douchebag and won't give up the rights unless he's compensated like crazy money. So I think we can all collectively tell that guy to go fuck himself. We've got Romero. Oh my God, look at all the fucking Romeros in the house. George A, and the A stands for A fucking genius. Yes, George A. Romero directed Martin from 1978. One of probably my favorite non-zombie George Romero film. Also, quick question for everybody out there. Not a trivia question. Tomorrow, Dawn of the Dead is back in theaters and Regal Cinemas. From the 28th all the way to Halloween night. Is anyone going? Anyone going to see Dawn of the Dead in the theater? It's my all-time favorite movie. So I will be there front and center. I bought my tickets a month ago tomorrow night. And I'm also hitting a haunted house with this girl I've been talking to, Courtney. So we're going to be going to that after. So I'm super excited. My favorite horror movie of all time. And spending some time with this new girl I've been talking to at the haunted house. It's going to be a very fun Friday night. Romero in Spanish means rosemary. Rosemary's Baby? I don't know. What have you done to him, you maniacs? You gotta love Rosemary's Baby. But yes, that's George Romero's Martin. Next question here. Okay, the last who directed question. Who directed Hush from 2016? More recent one. Believe it or not, of those three, that would be the hardest one for me, although I do know the answer. I don't know. I'm so old school, even though I'm young. It's tough. Like it's fun. Like I hear 1970, I'm like, sure, I can tell you who directed it. I hear 2016, I'm like, oh shit, I don't fucking know. I don't know these fucking guys. The OG or the remake. Oh, the original. I'm sorry, the original Dawn of the Dead. I was confused for a minute. I thought you were about Martin. I was like, they didn't never remade Martin. The OG, yes, the OG in 3D. It's in Regal Cinemas over the weekend. So if you have any Regals by you, they're going to be playing it throughout the entire weekend and into Monday. Note my movie buddy is sick. Oh, that's a shame. I'm not going to see any movies in theaters this year. I hear that it's not as safe as it once was. Mike Flanagan, M Flanagan. Any other guests? I haven't watched Hush, but I'm going to say Sofia Coppola. Sofia Coppola? Oh, shit. She should have been fucking banned from Hollywood after Godfather 3. Although I do love Lost in Translation. She can direct, man, but that woman can't act. Holy shit. Her performance in Godfather 3 is like the worst performance ever in a big movie. Mike Flanagan. Hell yeah, you're all right. It's Mike Flanagan, ladies and gents. This next one, I don't know. This one I actually don't know. I just had to cheat and look at the answer. 30 Days of Night was based on the graphic novel of the same name by what author? Who wrote 30 Days of Night? Tough one, I know. It ain't easy. Pippin ain't easy, man. Where the fuck is Ice-T at? That's a tough one. One more time, I'll read it. 30 Days of Night was based on the graphic novel of the same name by what author? See, now when we bring literature into it, it gets a little bit dicey. Of course, we'll be bringing literature into things soon enough when we start reading some scary stories to tell in the dark. But what do you guys think? Any guesses? Any guesses as to who wrote the 30 Days of Night series? Nobody? Bueller? Nobody? Honestly, wouldn't know this either. I'm not a big. I never read 30 Days of Night, so I couldn't tell you. Let's see. I don't know. I would agree with that. I agree 100%. I love Lost in Translation. They should have stuck with Winona. Oh hell yeah! I love me some Winona, man. Winona for the win. Godfather Part 3 was never shot. It was though, Mateo. It was. Unfortunately, it's Sofia Coppola's dumbass is in there. Oh my god, what a bad movie. That's why I laugh when people are like, oh, Return of the Jedi, it's such a bad end of the trilogy. Or, somebody buries a third film. I'm like, yo, at least it's not fucking Godfather 3, man. That's a true fucking piece of shit. Mike Magnola, no. Michael Crichton, no. Tim Leben, no. Stephen Niles, correct. John Steele, who's better than this guy? Ben Templesmith. No. Okay, a lot of different colorful guesses. There was a Tales from the Crypt episode called Comes the Dawn, which was a pre-30 Days of Night. It also involves vampires in Alaska that could also come out during the day. That's one I actually have never discussed on the channel. I like the first one. I always liked Melissa George and Josh Hartnett. So maybe that's one I could cover in December too. A little bit of winter-themed horror. Okay, let's see. In Fright Night 1985, we're on a new card here. In Fright Night 1985, what is the name of the former film star that Charlie comes to for help. What's his name, goddammit? What's his damn name? What's his name? What's his name? I know the actor's name is Roddy McDowall, but what is his name? The Great Vampire Hunter. I've got the 4K over there. I'm going to watch the 4K on Halloween night. That's my plan, at least. Slasher Fred says Peter Vincent. Mr. Dan, Peter Vincent. Souls Trenchcoat, Peter Vincent. Anybody else? Anybody else think it's anyone else other than PV? Anybody? The Great Vampire Hunter. Gotta love him. Roddy McDowall does a great job in that movie, man. Man, and the more I think about Fright Night, I really do believe it's arguably like the best horror movie of the 1980s. It's just so great. It has the music element, the magic element, the great performances all around. William Ragsdale does great. Chris Sarandon does wonderful as Jerry Dandridge. I love that movie. Peter Vincent. Yeah, no, it is Peter Vincent. That's a kind of an easy one. Easy layup question. Next one, though. What horror novelist helped Evil Dead 1981 acquire a distributor? Yes, what horror novelist helped Evil Dead acquire a distributor? How do we get distributed in the United States? Who plugged our little movie? Who was it? What author? What horror novelist? Give you a hint. He was good friends with Mr. George Romero, since we were talking about him before. And funny enough, you can find pictures on the internet of Sam Raimi with George Romero, and he's showing the Evil Dead shirt with George Romero, which I think is funny. That's something I would have done if I had a horror movie at the time. I'd be like, yo, George Romero, take a picture of me in my movie shirt, Peter Vincent. We got Stephen King, Dean Koontz. I think I know who you mean. Just watched Fright Night last night. Oh, man, gotta love Fright Night. King. I think it's King. I'm thinking it's SK, baby. Stephen King. Of course, it's Stephen King. Very easy one here. Let's see here. I'm trying to look for another good one. Nah, that one's no good. Let's see. Okay. What is the name of the town from My Bloody Valentine 1981? We got 2 My Bloody Valentine questions on this card. What is the name of the town? A little tougher now. I'm trying to give you guys a little bit because I've been giving you guys layups all night. And I know you guys feeling good about yourselves. But who knew the name of the town from a little movie called My Bloody Valentine? The little George Mahalka joint, ladies and gents. Little Canadian slasher. Some people have told me they think it's the greatest slasher movie of all time. I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. I think it's a good slasher movie, though. I always really enjoyed My Bloody Valentine. I think it's a really good one. One of the better Halloween knocks from that time for sure. No guesses? No guesses? I don't got anybody so far. Something Falls. Ugh, damn it. King Steven is not king in the chat. LOL, kidding. Valentine Bluffs. Okay. Maybe Bluff, maybe Valentine's Bluff. I think you guys are on the right track. I don't know. You may even just be right. Anybody else have any guesses though? What was the name of the town in My Bloody Valentine 1981? Anybody? I don't know. I can't remember what the name was. No worries. This is not an easy question. This is one of the harder questions I've asked so far. I've been trying to give decent enough questions so far. Labyrinth, UFC breakdowns in the house. What up, brother John? What's up, man? How was everything? Hope all is well. We're doing some horror trivia, so join. The question right now is in the 1981 slasher movie My Bloody Valentine, what is the name of the town? Yes, and people are guessing. I think it's Valentine's Bluffs. I love the ending. And, of course, the Ballad of Harry Warden. Amazing. Valentine's Bluff. Any more guesses? I mean, I think you guys are pretty much sped on. Yes, it is Valentine Bluffs. Yes, correctamundo, everybody. Next one, another My Bloody Valentine question. When the dance is canceled in the present day in My Bloody Valentine, where do the teenagers decide to hold their own party? Where do the teenagers in My Bloody Valentine, once their dance is canceled, decide to start to celebrate and be picked off one by one? One by one, you'll start to fall. Before night's over, I'll get you all. Bonus. Okay, bonus. If you can get what I just quoted, you know the movie I just quoted, the one by one, you'll start to fall. Before night's over, I'll get you all. You know that one? Also commented, I will give you a bonus point in the back of my head. We've got a couple guesses. Let's see. The Mine Shaft, At the Barn, The Mines with the minor 49er. Oh my God. I love the Scooby-Doo reference. God bless you, John Steele. I'm not a big God guy, but God bless. Let's see. LOL. The Mine. Gotta love the Mine. Okay. Anybody else? We got the Barn, the Mine, the minor 49er. Where's Shaggy at? In the Mine Shaft. Applebee's. Oh shit, we're gonna get some half off apps. Keep it coming, love. Keep it coming, love. Give me those half off apps, baby. They used to have the giant nacho tray. It was fucking chili cheese. It was as big as your fucking house. Like, it was ginormous. And that shit was like $5. I remember I used to go there and just fucking nail one of those. Like, so good. I love Applebee's back in the day. Now, kind of iffy. Mine Shaft. My favorite answer was Applebee's. I can't lie. I'm gonna have to play favorites with Mateo here. But yes, the answer is the Mine Shaft. You guys are correct. The Mines we also would have accepted. All right, hardest one we're gonna ask yet. In The Devil's Rejects, 2005. What is the name of the motel to which Otis and Baby first escape? What was the name of the motel? I don't know this at all. And also, my bonus still goes out. If anyone could tell me what movie I quoted from before, I can quote it one more time if people need. One by one, you'll start to fall. Before night's over, I'll get you all. Anyone can tell me what that's from? Bonus point. But yes, the main question though right now, in The Devil's Rejects, what is the name of the motel to which Otis and Baby first escape? Any ideas? How the fuck did you know that? Shut up. How did you know that? Two of you knew that? I will king you. Well, you're already a fucking king. What the fuck? What do you want me to do? Put another fucking, although it's not a horror movie, but if you ever see Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh and Nightmare sequence about the Heffalumps and Woozles is such an iconic sequence. All right. I don't know. I didn't know either. Random shithole. That would have been my guess. I remember because it sounds like Waikiki. Wow. You guys are good. Wow. 3 of you got it. Fucking A. I'm kind of astonished. I would have never in my wildest dreams guessed that. It's one of my favorite movies ever. Double king us. Well, I can king John Steele. I can't. You already have a fucking crown. That's not fair. So pick something else. You didn't get my bonus right. If you got my bonus right, I'll king the king. How about that? All right. I will king the king if you got that bonus right. Let's see. Next question. What color is the recurring raincoat in Don't Look Now? Yes, what is the color of the recurring raincoat? Trivia, well, I guess a big hint here. It just happens to be my all-time favorite color. What is the color of the recurring raincoat in Don't Look Now? Any guesses? Throw out a color, any color, if you haven't seen Don't Look Now from 1973. Really good movie, by the way. My all-time favorite color. Nobody? So y'all knew Waikiki Palms in 2 seconds, but nobody knows what color. I love the Devil's Rejects. Oh, of course, me too. Red. It might be red. We got one color guessed. Anybody else? 69 in, strictly guessing. Wow, that would be red. LOL, red jacket. 3 reds. Anybody else? We got a yellow. Okay. I know it was yellow in Alice Sweet Alice. Anybody else have any more colors they want to guess? We got red. We got yellow. We got the Hulk Hogan colors, brother. Anybody? Anybody? No more? It was red. It was red, ladies and gents. Trenchy, King Gore, John Steele, you guys are on the ball right now. It was red. Yellow was Last Action Hero. Yeah. Miss Carter said red. Okay, so we got some guesses here. It was red. Okay. What actress was in both Planet Terror and Death Proof in the Grindhouse 2007 double feature? What actress appeared in both movies? What main actress appeared in both movies? Now, she may not have been the lead in both films, but she's the most notable name to appear in both segments of the Grindhouse 2007 drive-in double feature. Anybody know this one? The actress to appear in both Planet Terror and Death Proof. We've got a guest, Jessica Alba. I fucking wish. You gotta love Jessica Alba, one of the most beautiful women of all time. The Invisible Woman herself. Black. No, it was red, actually. We got one guest, Jessica Alba. Anybody else? What actress appeared in both? No cheatsies now. No cheatsies. Don't cheat on me. We got The Venezuelan chick forgot her name. Um, you'd have to narrow that down a little bit. There's a few Venezuelan chicks out there. Um, let's see, Rose McGowan, Rodriguez. I'm guessing you mean Michelle Rodriguez. I don't know. Um, Rose McGowan. We got 3 for Rose McGowan. Anybody else? We got Rose McGowan. Spirit Halloween fan is in the house. That's a new name. Welcome, Spirit Halloween fan. Welcome to the graveyard. LMFAO. I don't know. Did I say something funny or did somebody else? I don't know. Venezuela. I mean, I can't just guess on that. I don't know. So far, Rose McGowan seems to be the leading vote getter. We got Jessica Alba, Rose McGowan, Rodriguez. I'm guessing you mean Michelle Rodriguez, but I don't know. I could be right. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong. I know Robert Rodriguez directed Planet Terror, but actress-wise, Rodriguez, the only one that comes to mind is Michelle Rodriguez. Could be. It could be. I actually know this one I know because I love that double feature. That's one of my favorites. I love Death Proof especially. It's just one of my favorites. I fucking love Kurt Russell in that. I think he's great. Fair lady, your chariot awaits. You saw my car. I saw your legs. Now, look, I ain't stalking y'all, but I never said I wasn't a wolf. I mean, it's Kurt Russell fucking hit a home run in that role of Stuntman Mike. And Planet Terror is fun, too. Planet Terror is more of a spoof on what a Grindhouse movie would be. And then Death Proof is like more of a Grindhouse exploitation film, you know, with a little bit of horror sequences in there and a nod to, you know, old school slasher movies and you know, driving films, you know, of yesteryear. All the chicks hot in that. Yeah, no, I would agree. No more guesses? I guess we got no more guesses. It was, in fact, Rose McGowan. Yeah, she plays Cherry Darling in Planet Terror. And then, of course, Pam in the segment of Death Proof. Hey, Pam, remember that I said this car was death proof? That wasn't a lie. Only ordered we get the benefit of it, honey. You really need to be sitting in my seat. Rest in pepperonis, Pam, but long live Cherry Darling. Rose McGowan is correct. Gotta love Rose. Next question. What type of animal is Black Phillip in The Witch 2015? What type of animal was Black Phillip? This should be an easy one. Come on, guys. Come on, all my independent A24 marks. Give me a fucking guess, please. What animal was Black Phillip? Anybody know? Anybody? Was it the greatest of all time? I don't know. The best kind of goat? A goat? The soulless trench coat? Labyrinth says goat. Mateo says goat. She didn't even say goat. He's just saying typed goat, emoji goat. Any other guesses? I think that's an easy one. Yes, it is in fact goat. Next question. What other Christmas-themed film did Black Christmas director Bob Clark make? What other Christmas movie did Black Christmas director Bob Clark make? So he made the infamous Black Christmas, one of the all-time great holiday horror films. In my opinion, arguably the best, definitely the best Christmas themed horror movie for me, the original Black Christmas. I love that movie. I'm actually going to see it on 35 millimeter in November. I'm really excited. It's a double feature with that and Blood Rage, which is the best Thanksgiving horror movie. The second best Thanksgiving horror movie next to Crazy Fat Ethel. I love Crazy Fat Ethel. If you haven't seen Crazy Fat Ethel is this woman named Ethel. She's fucking fat and she gets released from this mental ward. And basically she gets back home and starts eating all the food in the house. And her aunt's like, listen, you're a fat bitch. You got to stop eating everything. And so she locks all the cabinets in the house. And then basically Ethel goes on a murderous rampage between whoever comes in between her and her next meal. And it is a fucking hysterical movie. Long live Crazy Fat Ethel. First guess is Home Alone. I don't know. Christmas Story. I have no idea. Yeah, Home Alone was Chris Columbus, buddy. I gotta take that crown away now. Christmas Story. Duh, I meant Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. The Red Ryder BD gun. Massive L, LMFAO. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. It's fragile. Be careful. Calm down, Ethel. Gotta love Ethel, man. I love Black Christmas and I hated A Christmas Story. Wow. I would say I like Black Christmas way more. I definitely, but I'm much more of a horror fan than I am a comedian fan or a comedy fan, if you will. That's just kind of me. Next question. Maybe this ties in. On what holiday is the French body gore horror film Inside 2007 set place in? What holiday is the French gory horror film Inside set in? Any ideas? I never knew that. I only watch Christmas Story 12 times every year in December. Yeah, no, yeah, right? It's fucking wild. He directed the Christmas horror movie and arguably to most, the Christmas comedy movie. So that guy owned Christmas, funny enough. I don't know. I wouldn't say Christmas Story is my favorite. I like Home Alone better than Christmas Story. I like It's a Wonderful Life better than Christmas Story. It's just from a normal movie standpoint. That's what I would say. Let's see. King Gore says Xmas. Miss Carter, Xmas, Brandon Wright. That's a new name. Xmas. Welcome to the house. Welcome to the graveyard, my friend. Anybody else? Any more guesses? Believe it or not, I mean it's Noelle. That's my sister's name. Noelle is my sister. Never seen this one. Grande. Got to brush up on the Francis, dude. Totally recommend. Trench is right. You guys, technically it's Christmas Eve that the movie takes place on. I wouldn't give you the point for Christmas, but technically I would give Trench a 1.5 because he's right. It is Christmas Eve that the movie takes place. Christmas. I don't even know. I've never seen Inside before. Highly recommend you watch that. I made it my mission. If I ever get married, have kids, 8 months when my wife's pregnant, I definitely want to show her Inside for the first time. I feel like that'd be the funnest fucking experience of all time, and just do a live commentary of that movie. I think that'd be fucking amazing. I don't know. I've never seen Inside before. Brandon Wright, it's me, Whopper. What? No way! I didn't know it was you. I thought your fucking handle was Whopper Horror. Dude, welcome to the graveyard. I didn't know it was you. I'm sorry. Hello, Brandon. I haven't seen the movie, just seen some reviews on it. Sounds good. Highly recommend. Stay away from the piece of shit Spanish-American remake with fucking Laura Herring. Stay the fuck away from that movie. They don't even consider Christmas Eve a holiday. Well, like I said, I gave partial credit. So we're done with that card. Next question. See, some of these are ridiculously easy. How about this one? All right. What director of Trick or Treat also co-wrote Superman Returns from 2006? What director of Trick or Treat also co-wrote Superman Returns 2006? I'm a sneaky man. Dude, you could have totally fooled me. I would have no fucking clue. I know your name is Brandon, but I didn't know. I thought your handler on here was Whopper Horror. I was watching his rants the other day. He doesn't do too many videos, but man, they are some funny ass rants. He buried Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, which was a riot. But yeah, no. So what director of Trick or Treat also co-wrote Superman Returns 2006? Any idea? Any guesses? We've got Sam right here. I don't know. We've got a good old Uncle Sam ready to kill some people right on Pamela the Pumpkin. These NECA figures are really cool, by the way, man. I really like these. No guesses? Nobody? Wow. Is this the fucking question to stump the fucking Schwab here? I have no idea. I don't know who directed Trick or Treat. Michael Daughtry. Don't remember, but was not a fan of Superman Returns. Me fucking neither. That was a piece of shit movie. Fucking Bryan Singer. Holy shit. X-Men 1 and 2 I love, but Superman Returns is the fucking cure for insomnia. Fucking Brandon Routh. That doesn't say movie star, buddy. Michael Daughtry, okay. Or I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'd say Daughtry, but maybe it's Doherty? I don't know. Is this fucking 90210, Shannon Doherty? I'm not a Trick or Treat fan. LOL. I think the movie is good, but I don't fucking go crazy about it like most people. Like I think it's okay, but it's really taking over the holiday. Like you look anywhere now, you see Sam everywhere. Like it's in Spirit Halloween. He has become the mascot of the fucking holiday, right by Michael Myers. Like it's actually quite wild how popular that character has become in popular culture. And it's really cool. It's kind of weird that movie didn't go to the movie theater. When it was initially released, Warner Brothers just said, fuck that. It's not that good. Released it on DVD, and it was the highest selling DVD of the year 2007, funny enough. And they probably realized they made quite a big mistake because who knows, we could have had a big horror franchise with it. Michael Dart, you are correct. Trick or Treat with Skippy, the Ragman is the better film. Oh my God. And Ozzy, of course. And the fucking amplifier bringing the fucking go. I would agree with that, but a lot of people haven't seen it. Christmas Story was the inspiration for the drama series The Wonder Years, which was about a man who talks about his childhood. Of course, yeah. Mr. Savage, if you will. Next question, though. Let's see. Some of these are too easy. We're going to skip that card for here. These are just so... Okay. In The Nightmare on Elm Street, Amanda Kruger was what occupation? School teacher, nurse, nun, police officer. What was the occupation of Miss Amanda Kruger? Yes, the mother of the legendary Freddy. What was Amanda's occupation? Anybody got any ideas? Any guesses? We got school teacher, nurse, nun, or police officer. Any of you? Anybody? Bueller? We got none. We got none, 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 none. Holy shit. I think we're having none of this because it is fucking none. Yes, none is the correct answer. She gave birth to the son of 1,000 maniacs. Her dumbass got locked in and fucking brutally fucking raped. And then Freddie came out and stalked all our dreams from there on out. I didn't know none was considered a job. Do they get paid? They get paid by the Lord, by God. Let's see. Next one. Okay. What was an ingredient what was not an ingredient used in The Thing, 1982, for the creature effects? Microwave bubblegum, creamed corn, toothpaste, or mayonnaise? Which one of those four was not used to create the creature effects in The Thing, 1982? Microwave bubblegum, cream corn, toothpaste, or mayonnaise? So 3 of the 4 were used. Which one was not? Where are my John Carpenter's The Thing fans? Where are you guys? The preacher pays then in other ways, Trench. Okay, so we're getting, we got mayonnaise. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Please tell me somebody knows what that's fucking from. Please. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Creamed corn, mayo. We got 3 guesses, mayo. I actually don't know this. I haven't looked at the back of the card yet. I'm guessing toothpaste. I'm thinking toothpaste too, because how would that work? How would you, of those 4, I feel like that would be the thickest, wouldn't it? Microwave bubblegum, mayonnaise. I'm going to guess toothpaste as well. We got a lot of mayo. Somebody said cream corn. JP's here. He's the best. There you go. SpongeBob, of course. Hell yeah. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Big meaty claws. You gotta love that fucking episode, man. It's one of the best episodes of TV. They all got into a marching accident and died. You know, fucking great stuff. Any other guesses though? Like one more time: microwave bubblegum, cream corn, toothpaste, or mayonnaise? Which one of those 4 was not used? Anybody else guesses? Looks like mayonnaise is the prime answer here. I'm gonna go with Steel and say toothpaste. I actually have not turned the car. I don't know yet. Why Roy Burns and not Jason Voorhees? Because Friday the 13th Part 5 is a kick-ass slasher movie. That's why. The Thing is like the version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It deals with the fear of your friends and neighbors being imposters. Just like this guy, just like Roy being an imposter. Funny enough, and with imposters. All right, doesn't look like anybody else has any guesses. I'm going to look for the first time. Let's see. It was toothpaste. It was, okay, hold on. Let me cover up the answers for everything else. It was toothpaste. It won't load that good there. But yes, no, it was toothpaste. I swear I wouldn't lie to y'all. Steel, brother, we got that one. Okay, next question. Let's see. See, some of these are ridiculous. See, some of them are either really easy or just ridiculously hard. Okay, here's a pretty much easy one. What Superman actress was also in Black Christmas 1974? What Superman 1978 actress was also in Black Christmas 1974? Can I quote her? Why don't you stick your tongue in a wall socket? That'll give you a charge. Part 5 is still one of the dopest. I would agree. God damn it. No worries. Congrats. No worries. Margot Kidder. We got one for Margot Kidder. We got 2 Margot Kidder. Gotta love Margot Kidder. Of course, Amityville Horror. Of course, Lois Lane in Superman films. Of course, the Raging Drunk in Black Christmas. Always loved Margot Kidder. I just thought she had a wonderful natural charisma. Also a beautiful woman. I just love Margot Kidder. May she rest in peace. She was also in the original Amityville Horror. Took the words right out of my mouth. Don's in the house, Margot Kidder. Dude, we gotta love Margot. Margot is fucking the best. I've stuck my tongue in a wall socket. It worked. Did it really work? It gave you a charge? That's good to know, Mr. Steele. That's good to know. Let's see. Yeah, that's a shitty question. There's a couple of really shitty ones. Okay. What is the relationship between the first zombie Vera and the protagonist Lionel in 1992's Dead Alive? What was the relationship between the first zombie Vera and the protagonist Lionel in 1992's Dead Alive? Any ideas? I just hit Roy a little bit. What was their relationship? Dead Alive, the first zombie, and Lionel. What were their relationship? We've got Mother and Son, Mother and Son, one of the best portrayals of Lois Lane, if not, I would say the best. I would say absolutely. I love Margot Kidder. Margot Kidder and Christopher Reeve had stupid chemistry. Mom and Son. Anybody else? Anybody else? Any guesses? I think it's a pretty easy one. I don't know. That one for me would be a layup. We got another Dead Alive question too coming. Mom and Son. Nobody else? I'll give you another couple seconds. Just looking. We got a couple more cards here, and then we'll move on to scary stories to tell in the dark. Nobody else? All right. Well, it is Mom and Son. I guess. Okay, now they're loading in. Mom and Son. Mom and Son. I have no idea. Okay. No worries. It is Mother and Son. Next question, though. What is the animal hybrid of the creature from Dead Alive 1992? What is the animal hybrid? What two animals is it a hybrid of? That pretty much sets the whole movie in motion of Dead Alive that they find, funny enough, on Skull Island, which I thought was funny because Peter Jackson was a huge fan of King Kong and went on to remake it. I don't really like his remake of the 2005 King Kong. Way too fucking long. I always liked the 70s King Kong better. I don't know, maybe just because it's an hour shorter. I like Jeff Bridges. I like Jessica Lange. I don't know. Brandon Sumatran Rat Monkey. You just might be right. Yep, exactly. PJ's Kong. So rat and a monkey. Correct. I got you. Mongolian muskrat or some shit. No, not Mongolian. King Skull Island muskrat. Yeah, no, I know what you guys meant. So rat and a monkey. Correct. Rat and a monkey is the hybrid. That is correct, Mundo. We're done with that card. We got a couple more cards here, and then I guess we'll get into some scary stories to tell in the dark, or we could do some rankings, whatever you guys want to do. I got two franchises here we're going to rank, so bear with me. Okay. Which one of these characters is not a protege of Jigsaw in the Saw series from 2004 to 2017? Amanda Young, Peter Strahm, Logan Nelson, Mark Hoffman. Which one of those four is not a protege of John Kramer, Jigsaw, in the Saw series? So we got Amanda Young, Logan Nelson, Peter Strahm, Mark Hoffman. Which one of those four was not a protege of Mr. Tobin Bell? Do you know Saw started getting really fucking crazy by the time you got to like Saw 4, where he was hiding fucking tapes in his rectum, and fucking on his autopsy, they were like, oh my God, there's another tape. And they had to fucking play the tape. And oh my God, man, that when you got to there where the motherfucker was eating tapes before his death, it was just like, oh shit, this guy's hiding some fucking tapes in his rectum. Strom, okay, don't know, fell off hard after part 3. I think the smart people did that. I'm not one of those. Logan, I have no idea. I haven't seen past the first one though. That's a good idea. Who cares? Okay, well, hey, it's a question. I don't know. Maybe someone cares. Any ideas? I'm losing people in the chat, by the way. This is no bueno. The Saw question. Everybody's like, all right, see you later. Strom. I know what you meant. No worries. Any more guesses? No. Labyrinth is right. It is Peter Strahm. He was one of the good guys. Logan was the piece of shit in Jigsaw. Hoffman was the guy from Saws 4 to 7. And Amanda Young was Saw 2 and 3. And then, of course, you know, she went crazy druggy and fucking got killed. So, yeah, the Shawnee Smith character. And then Mark Hoffman was Costas Mandalore, which fucking, yeah, no, they really fucked him over. Okay, so, yes, it was Peter Strahm. That's the answer. Next question. That's too easy. Some of these are fucking so easy, it's just ridiculous. All right, whatever, we'll do it. In Ringu, how many days after watching the Sinister videotape does one meet their own demise? Yes, in Ringu. How many days does it take after watching the Sinister videotape of Sadako does one meet their doom? How many days do you have after you watch the cursed Ringu tape? Who is that in your pick? Yeah, we just want to see who that is. God damn it. That's all we want to see. 7. I mean, it's pretty easy. 7. You got a week. You got a week to survive. You got a week to eat pizza, a week to do whatever the fuck you want to do because you're kicking the bucket and Sadako Yamamura is coming out of that screen to kill your candy ass. 7. That's an easy one. 7. Okay. Let's see. How many masked strangers attack the couple in the 2008 piece of shit horror movie, The Strangers. How many of them were there? How many? Any guesses? How many antagonists were there in that movie? To me, they were all fucking antagonists because the two fucking lead, fucking Liv Tyler, fucking and Scott Speedbag. Holy shit! That I fucking hate that movie. That's one of those movies where I fucking, oh my god, why'd you do this? Oh, because you were home, and oh, we're gonna force a religious. They were religious at the end. They're grabbing a prayer card and they're gonna shove it up their fucking asses. Oh my god, I fucking hate The Strangers. People love that movie though. 3, 3, 2, 4, 3. Over 6.5. Oh no, I would take the under, JP. Smash the under. 4. Believe it or not, only a couple of you got it. Any more guesses? How many antagonists in The Strangers? Any ideas? Any ideas? Couple of you got it. Not too many though. It was 3. Yeah, it was 3. The papa, the mama, and the daughter. And the papa had the underwear on his head. He had the dirty underwear on his head. Maybe that's why he was so fucking pissed off killing people. He had some dirty ass underwear on his fucking head. And he was running around with an axe chasing Liv Tyler, who was fucking so stupid she couldn't escape. Oh my god. That's one of those horror movies that I'm like, the people that don't like horror movies, they watch that and go, that's fucking why. Like the people in this movie just make awful fucking decisions. To me, I don't know. I never liked it. Nice. Yeah, hell yeah. Anyone said 3, correctamundo. Next question. All right. This is tough. Okay. In the Human Centipede, first sequence now, what is the name of the villainous doctor/surgeon who devises and performs the disgusting procedure? Yes, The Human Centipede 2009. Was it his wife's underwear? I don't know who's fucking, it was some dirty ass underwear. It was some dirty ass Hanes that he smelled and just grabbed a fucking axe and just because you were home. I don't know. I remember you telling me you like that. I don't know. Some people, my friend Kyle loves it. He swears up and down it's the best horror movie he's ever seen. I don't know. Maybe it just caught me on a bad day. I liked the sequel. I didn't mind. The sequel was like old school 80s slasher, and I liked that. But I don't know. Personally, I didn't like it. Creepy German guy. Not a bad guess. If you ever listen to Weird Al song, Nature Trail to Hell, it sounds like you were listening to a movie trailer. Okay. Dr. Dumbass movie. Okay. I have no idea. Lomax. Okay. I think it's, I think I know it. Sounds like Loomis. No, I don't think it's that. I think it actually sounds like a dictator, if that gives anybody a hint. I'm pretty sure I know it. First, I like the first Strangers, but I prefer the sequel. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. No, Dr. Caligari wouldn't have did that shit. Dr. Sartain. I like this guy more than Dr. Sartain. His dumb ass fucking Honeydew and Beaker. Any ideas? What was the name of the villainous surgeon? I'm not going to watch the Human Centipede. I don't fucking blame you. I like the first 2 are decent enough, like IFC midnight movies. Like they're definitely a required taste. But the third one is really where they're in the prison and they do the 1,000-person centipede. That's a piece of shit movie. The first one though, I didn't mind it. It's a fucking crazy movie, but you know, I can understand why people would hate that one. Dr. Lovegun, I am the Lomax, I speak for the trees. Fucking it was Dr. Josef Hater. One letter away, if there was an L in there, it'd be Hitler. Hitler. Hater. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not fucking I don't know. But yeah, that is the answer. It was him. So okay, let's see. No, we'll skip that one. Okay, last 2 cards here. Let's see. Okay, in Fright Night 1985, which character is turned into a vampire? Charlie Brewster, Judy Brewster, Evil Ed, or Detective Lennox? In Fright Night 1985, which character is turned into a vampire? Charlie Brewster, Judy Brewster, Evil Ed, or Detective Lennox? Who was turned into a vampiro? Or vampira. I don't know. I don't know how to say it in Spanish. Vampiro. I think it's vampiro. Vampiros. I don't know. Vampiros Lesbos. See Barbarian. I did not see Barbarian. I want to though. Of course, they're not going to release a Blu-ray. They've had this big fucking problem. Evil Ed. Oh, you're so cool, Brewster. of course, Stephen Jeffries, who went on to not only become a vampire, but he went on to become an ass muncher. He went on to do some gay porn after that movie. So, yeah, there you go, porn star Ed. Evil Ed. Oh, you're so cool, Brewster. Do you see my next movie? 969 Evil? I don't know, but yeah, Stephen Jeffries is the answer. Go watch 969 Evil and get back to me and let me know how that was. In Cabin of the Woods, 2012, how must the ritual sacrifice be performed to appease the evil gods? How often must we appease the evil gods? How often? Yeah, no, there's a whole fucking thing. So apparently Disney owns Fox Searchlight, which is the company that produced it, and Disney put the kibosh on it. So now they have to look through an independent distributor to release the movie on Blu-ray. So they're arguing for that, unfortunately, right now. I think it will happen, but unfortunately, no. Barbarian, isn't that a 1960 sci-fi movie with Jane Fonda? No, that would be Barbarella, I believe. Okay, Steel. Okay, Barbarella. Yes, 976 Evil. 969 Evil. Right on targets here. Right on target. Stay on target. Welcome to the graveyard once a year. I know I was making a joke, John. Okay. Hey Quinn, fucking hell, that sucks about Barbarian. Yeah, I'd agree. That does fucking suck, but it is what it is. It'll happen. They just have to. They're gonna have to go through a lot of legal stuff, but it'll happen definitely. They recorded commentaries for it before Disney broke the news that they didn't want it streaming. I believe it's going to be on HBO Max too, if you have that. I don't have that anymore. I'm old school physical media. I like to collect my physical media. So when that comes to Blu-ray, whenever that happens, I will get it. I will watch it. I've heard nothing but good things. So I will watch Barbarian. No worries. It's on HBO Max. Yeah, no, I've heard that as well. 976, directed by Robert Englund. Yeah, it is a good movie. Every 3 years. Okay, so we had 1 year, 3 years. We haven't had too many guesses though. In Cabin in the Woods, how often must the ritual sacrifice be performed to appease the evil gods? How often? Anybody? We had 1 year and 3 years. Anybody got another guess? Anybody? Got a couple more. Yeah, we're going to do a couple more, and then I guess we'll do rankings since we got so many people in the house. This will be a spooky spectacular. We got to go a little bit longer, right? Nobody else guessing? All right. Believe it or not, Trenchy got it. It was annually, once a year. Once a year, we must appease the gods in Cabin in the Woods. I love that movie. One of my faves. Don't remember. Okay, no worries. Absolutely no worries. We'll go to the next question now. Cabin in the Woods is a lot like Evil Dead. Well, yeah, and it's purposely, the setup is a lot like that. Don't read the Latin. I don't know. Okay, what is the name of the actor who portrayed Paul Conroy in 2010's Buried? Now, this is every year. Okay, JP got it. Hell yeah, annually, every year. What is the name of the actor who played protagonist Paul Conroy in Buried 2010? He's pretty famous now. He's only playing a superhero. I actually really liked that movie. Buried was really interesting movie where they did the entire movie. The lead actor is buried in a coffin and very much just calling people on the fucking phone. And the entire movie is lit with a fucking phone light. I shit you not. And you probably on paper go like, what? How the fuck would that work? 90 minutes in a box with this actor. But it's quite good. I think it's a pretty decent enough movie. We've got Ryan Reynolds, Mr. Deadpool himself. Buried is a very Hitchcockian movie. Yeah, definitely. Ryan Reynolds rap. Yeah. Everyone got it. Ryan Reynolds, hell yeah. Gotta love Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds, CA, hell yeah. You gotta throw that in there. Ryan Reynolds is correct. Yeah, gotta love Ryan Reynolds. Let's see. We'll skip that one. All right, last card, and then we're gonna either do franchise rankings or scary stories to tell in the dark. It's gonna be your pick. Let's see. This is a trick question, and I think a lot of people are gonna get this wrong. What is the name of the hunchbacked assistant of Dr. Frankenstein in Frankenstein 1931? This is a trick question. Think hard about this. Don't think easy. This is a hard one. What is the name of the hunchbacked assistant of Dr. Frankenstein in Frankenstein 1931? Hunchbacked assistant. Don't think Young Frankenstein. I'll tell you right now, you think Young Frankenstein, you're doomed. You're fucking doomed. You're doomed. You're all doomed. Entertainment Hideout got the Buried question right. We've got a Fritz. Anybody else got a Fritz? We got a fucking Fritz. Anybody else got Fritz? Come on. Let me hear it. Fritz? Anybody? No? Nobody said the one. I guess maybe my freaking thing. Just watched it the other day. Well, there you go. That'll help. Love the pumpkin and stuff, John. Yeah, you gotta fucking set up. Somebody said it. Igor. It is not Igor. That is Bela Lugosi and Son of Frankenstein. Got the bone stuck in my throat. Love him. It's just, oh my God. Bela Lugosi as Igor is one of my favorite performances of all time in Son of Frankenstein. Rosie O'Donnell. It was not Rosie. It was not Rosie O'Donnell, though. Igor was until the third one. Exactly. Yeah, see? Trenchy knows his shit. Trench, for someone who said you don't know shit about trivia, you did fucking pretty good tonight, man. I don't know. I think you got to toot your own fucking horn. And if not, give me your horn. I'll toot it for you. Frankenstein. No, Frankenstein was not his own assistant. It was Fritz, though. You guys did a good job. Most of the people got that right. Love the pumpkin and stuff, John. Thank you. Gid Dahmer's in the house. Gid, welcome, man. Yeah, no, for a Spooky Spooktacular, we got to get it on. What's the question? The question was, in 1931's Frankenstein, who was the hunchbacked assistant of Dr. Frankenstein? Young Frankenstein, LML, it's Gore. It's Igor. Yes, exactly. So I told people, I don't know, I was trying to help out a little bit there. I hope I did. In Videodrome, on what organ is the malignant tumor developed by people who view the broadcast? Yes, where is the malignant tumor developed by people who view the broadcast in 1983's Videodrome? The monster was called the monster. Yes, exactly. All damn. Yeah, it's Fritz. I'm usually not. Well, tonight ain't usually Buddy. Where's the malignant tumor located in the person's brain wow, I just gave it away. Fuck. Brain, stomach. I'm sorry, I gave that one away. LOL, I'm wrong. Don't think so. I kind of screwed that one up. Sorry. Stomach, brain, which one is it? Goddamn, brain or stomach? Make up y'all's minds. Stomach, haven't seen it. Okay, we got 3 stomach, 2 brain. Anybody else? Brains. We all want brains. Brains make the pain go away. Just watch that on 4K too. Fucking Return of the Living Dead looks amazing, man. Absolutely fucking like mind-blowing, brain-blowing fucking 4K. Anybody? Brains or stomach? It was brains. I kind of gave it away. I'm sorry about that. Long live the new flesh and long live James Woods. I love that movie. That's my favorite Cronenberg movie by a mile. Love Videodrome. Okay, we got one more. Okay, last one. Tough one. This is tough. In a voice cameo role, what actor played the fiance of protagonist Michelle in 10 Cloverfield Lane? JP, if you're still here, I want you to know this one, man. You got to know this one. He's just one of your favorite actors. In a voice cameo role, what actor played the fiance of protagonist Michelle in 10 Cloverfield Lane? This is the last question. The main event question. Unless people can get that bonus question I gave before, because nobody fucking even guessed, as far as I know. So we can end even with that. But who was the voice cameo role? What actor played the fiance of protagonist Michelle in 10 Cloverfield Lane? What actor was it? Any guesses? No guesses? It's a tough one. Actually, when I first saw the movie, I had thought it, and I was like, there's no way. There's no way he'd ever do that. And then when I found out, I was like, holy shit, I should have went with what I thought. You know, it was this actor. Pretty famous actor. Let's see. We have... Was he in the Midnight Meat Train? He just might have been. The original Cloverfield is like Godzilla meets the Blair Witch. Okay, fair enough. Liam Neeson. Well, I know JP loves Liam Neeson. It's not Liam Neeson. The movie we're quoting is from Return of the Living Dead. Well, that was Brains, but we'll finish with the bonus question, I promise. Bradley Cooper. That's one of JP's favorites. Could it be? Cage Match. It's not Nick Cage. Christopher Walken. Well, you know it's Christopher Walken. I'm on the phone with this fucking bitch, and John Goodman is going to take her captive. It's not Christopher Walken. Bradley, the monkey. Who is the monkey? Monkey, welcome to the graveyard, my friend. Bradley Cooper, no idea. It was fucking Bradley Cooper. Funny enough, Bradley Cooper is in 10 Cloverfield Lane in the most random voice cameo role of all time. He plays the fiance telling Michelle not to drive away. And then, of course, that whole movie plays out. I know JP loved the ending of 10 Cloverfield Lane. He told me all about it. But yes, that is the trivia for the cards. But we'll do this one bonus question because I do think if anyone's going to know this, it's Mr. Belleville. I think you fucking know this. I think for a fact you'll know this. This is the last question, and this just comes from my main. What movie is this quote from? One by one, you'll start to fall. Before night's over, I'll get you all. What movie? What movie? It's the bonus. I asked it about a half hour ago. Any ideas? Anyone know? Is that Sasha the monkey? I don't know. I have no idea. I've seen some names on here I've never seen tonight. Nice Christopher Walken. Well, thank you very much, Brian. You know, I try. I was in the dead zone. It is not it. It's not it. It is not it, man. It is not it. Where's Tim Curry at? Love Tim. Tim Curry is so great. Tim Curry was absolutely born to play Pennywise the Dancing Clown. I knew he'd get it. Madman Mars. Madman Mars. Yes, he got it. Madman is what I was quoting, of course, the legendary. Oh, somebody gets Phantasm, which, funny enough, we're going to be ranking the Phantasm films in just a few minutes. Not sure. John, it's Sasha, I'm pretty sure. Okay, it is Madman. Yes, it is Madman. Hell yeah. Gotta love Madman. Of course, the Campfire Tale. There's a reason I haven't told you his name. You know, just a wonderful movie. To me, a great fall slasher movie, and one that I figured I'll throw in as a bonus here. So that is horror trivia. We played an hour and 15 minutes of horror trivia. Next question. What do you guys want to do? You want to do scary stories to tell in the dark, or do you want to do horror tier list? I've got 2 horror franchises that we're going to rank tonight. We're going to have a super crazy extensive episode, so we're not going anywhere. I guess in the meantime, I'm going to kill my other Twix bar. So you guys decide. Either horror movie franchise rankings, we're going to do Phantasm as one of them, or scary stories to tell in the dark. Your choice. I'm going to pop this Twix bar in, though, in the meantime. Wah. You say it. Tier list. Tier list. Monkey, they're all trying to say who you are. Okay. Sorry, tier list it is. First up, we're going to do Phantasm. Let me put myself in the corner. Drag this up a little bit. All right, let's do it. Phantasm, 1979, one I always watch in October. Let's get a couple more comments. That's not a movie I have seen. That's why I didn't get it, and I'm talking about Madman. No worries, no worries. List. Rank them. Twix should be eaten with a fork and knife. My Little Eye, number 1. Oh, weird one, man. Really weird fucking movie. Yes, let's do it. All right. Phantasm, 19. Oh, I just dragged the screen down. Hold on. My bad. Okay. Phantasm from 1979. It's not an F. I'm just, whatever one I'm talking about, I'll individualize here. Phantasm came out in 1979. To me, absolute required October viewing. And of course, it tells the story of these 2 brothers, and, you know, their friend dies at the beginning of the film. He's having sex in a cemetery, and he is killed off by what at first seems to be a voluptuous blonde woman. And then, of course, it turns into Angus Scrimm's character of the tall man, and he gets killed off. And basically, Jody, he starts noticing all of this weird shit going on in the cemetery, and this tall man who can lift a coffin by himself. And this movie just has so much weird stuff in it, with the classic, you know, silver spear and the legendary score, the piano score, the I mean, amazing musical score. And to me, this is a movie that Don Coscarelli really hit a home run with. And of course, if you don't know anything about Don Coscarelli was a guy who was making a lot of, like, you know, coming of age films, stuff like Kenny and Company. And he needed the finances to make his very first horror film. And then, of course, what happened was he didn't have the money to do it. And he asked dear old dad, hey, Dad, would you mind, you know, funding my movie for me? I need you to help me fund my movie. And what happened was his dad laid out about, I think it was 35 grand. He said, here, son, here's 35 grand. Go make the best movie you can make. And Don Coscarelli made this movie here, Phantasm. And I got to be honest, it's one of my all-time faves just because of how imaginative it is. And it's really a movie that takes a foreign flair and kind of applies it to American culture. This is a movie that feels a lot like something an Argento or a Bava would do, especially the music, especially the atmosphere. The whole setting of the graveyard, and the characters that say little to nothing, but they are very memorable. And of course, I always remember the scene where the youngest kid, he goes to this psychic, and he goes to her and she says, here's this box, put your hand in the box. And he does it, and all of a sudden he feels like he's being grabbed. Oh my God, it's got me, what the hell? And they tell him, at least the psychic's daughter or her granddaughter or whatever, tells him, you have to not fear, you have to learn not to fear it, and you can take your hand out. And eventually he ignores his fears, and bam, his hand comes right out completely unharmed. And the whole point of the movie kind of comes full circle with that. We cannot fear everything. We've got to learn to leave the fear. And the whole dream-esque element of this movie just really always encapsulated to me everything that I love about the Halloween season. I just really love Don Coscarelli's Phantasm. To me, a slam dunk S tier movie for me. To me, one of the all-time great horror movies, all-time original horror movies, a movie that did so much things different, and I think for the best. I love Phantasm. To me, one that is absolute required October viewing, if you will, because this movie is just, it's what it's all about. We've got Sean Blue Digital's in the house. Hell yeah. So shocking. It will sliver your liver. Hell yeah. Gotta love it, man. The sequel's really that bad. Bubba Hotep is better than any Phantasm sequel. Fight me. I love Bubba Hotep, just not a fan. Ravager made me want to stop watching horror. Well, yeah, we'll get to Ravager. But first, let's get to Phantasm Part 2. Man, I fucked up by dragging the screen down. I'm sorry about that. But Phantasm 2 came out, I believe, the year 1988. So it was quite a bit of a layoff between sequels, about 9 years to be exact. And I believe this was was this a Universal Studio film? I believe so. And basically what they did here was the classic sequel formula, just tone everything up. We had some crazy fighting towards the end, some crazy yellow gore and Phantasm. Tone it up. Let's do more special makeup effects. Let's do more crazy fighting scenes. Let's do more imagination. This is one of those sequels that just tones everything up. And to me, Phantasm 2 is a really, really well worth watching sequel. They did recast the lead kid, but they keep Reggie Bannister, who I just love in this movie, as funny enough playing Reggie, the ice cream man who fights and, saves lives and hooks up with all these women that are out of his league. Just a funny character. I really like Phantasm 2. Of course, I believe K&B did the special makeup effects on this. And this is a movie that it really does show that there was more of a budget here. It's very much along the lines of, as opposed to if Phantasm 1 is this great, atmospheric, eerie horror film, Phantasm 2 is the Aliens to that. If Alien 1 is this, eerie, isolated horrors of communication film, Aliens tones everything up. Same thing with Terminator 2. Terminator 2, it tones everything up. Instead of being a, slight exploitation horror film with Arnold playing an antagonist, let's make him a good guy. Let's tone up everything else and kind of add a little bit of heart to it. Same thing with Aliens. It's just, let's tone everything up. The James Cameron formula of sequels. And honestly, here, I think it's done quite well. Phantasm 2 to me would be an A. I really like Phantasm 2. I'll get back to the chat now. I have two separate screens, so this is not going to be easy for me. Let's see. Ravager is a tough cookie, but I love the first two Phantasm movies. So do I. Phantasm 1 and 2, and then I'm good. I could see that for sure. 2 is still B tier for me. Still good, though. Can we get John Steele a couple more subscribers? 3 away from 100. Oh, hell yeah. Still haven't seen any of them except for the first Phantasm. You're not doing yourself any wrong. I think that the first 2 are the best. But we'll get into these now. These are not going to be full in-depth reviews. This is obviously just fun kind of tier ranking here. But next up, it was Phantasm 3, The Lord of the Dead. And this movie is funny because this came out, I believe, the year 1991. And you obviously see there's a huge budget cut here because there was no big major studio behind this. This was just something that Don Coscarelli produced independently once again after he made a movie called Survival Quest right after Phantasm 2. And this was, I believe what happened was Don Coscarelli must have seen Home Alone, because there's a kid in this who kicks ass with like all of these like murderous instruments. He throws this frisbee that can chop your head off. It's quite funny. And I don't know, this one I would say of the first four is probably the weakest for me. It has a lot of fun action. It has a fun character. It has the Rocky character. I always loved her. I thought she did a great job in this. Of course, Reggie the Reckless trying, I'm not Reggie the Reckless, Reggie Bannister trying to fuck her the whole movie. Kind of funny. They do, I will say, the stuff with Reggie, Rocky, and the kid, I like. The stuff with Bill Thornberry coming back, I fucking hate. I really don't like the stuff with the lead kid and like the two brothers. I don't like the stuff with Jody and Michael. I don't. I think that stuff hurts the movie because it really slows down the pace. Because everything else, Rocky, Reggie, and the kid are doing is kind of fun and up tempo, and then everything that they're doing with the tall man is kind of slows the film down. That's at least how I always felt about it. It's a tale of two films. It's like one half of the film I love because it's up tempo, fun, good characters, entertaining, fast paced, and then the other half just really slows the movie down for me. So for me personally, 3 is going to be around a C. I don't think it's the worst movie in the world. I just think, in comparison to the first two, it's a slight step down. It really, if the whole movie had just been Rocky, Reggie, and the kid, I 100% think I would have been all for it. But unfortunately, it was not. Unfortunately, a lot of the other stuff was time consuming, and it really kind of hurts the pace of the film. But next up, though, was Phantasm 4, Oblivion, which I got to be honest, man, I always really liked this one. And I thought, usually I don't like when you go back to the beginning and give a origin story. And this is the one where they kind of tell you everything about the tall man. And when I first heard that, I was like, I don't want to hear anything about the fucking tall man. Like, he's better ambiguous. He's better off. We don't know, anything about him. But to me, it was such a nice thing to do for the actor Angus Scrimm because he was wonderful. I think he just did a wonderful job in the role. And of course, they tell you the whole backstory that the tall man's real name is Jebediah Morningside, and he was this mortician slash caretaker that was fucking around with time travel and basically created this whole portal between our world and an underworld. And I don't know. I thought the stuff with the backstory here was really well tackled. And they use a lot of footage from the first film that was not in the movie. Of course, people that don't remember, the original Phantasm was initially like a 3-hour long movie, and they cut the movie in half to an hour and a half. So about an hour and a half of footage wasn't used, and they put it back into this movie in some parts and sequences. And I thought it was quite cool playing with the whole dream motif of this series. And I liked the background story. I liked the Jebediah Morningside stuff, and I never thought I would. I thought, man, there's no way you can, do this BS thing where let's go back to the beginning and explain this and that. I'm usually always not for that. But man, when they did it here, I thought it was quite well done. And I thought Angus Scrimm did a really, really good job as the tall man, as always. Just an intimidating figure, but someone that I've grown to really like over the years, and somebody I wish I could have met. I really wish I could have met Angus Scrimm. He did conventions. I heard nothing but nice things. He seemed to be someone who really, truly embraced the part of being part of the horror community, and someone who had come from the stage world and really just gave it his all. And to me, we always talk about Freddy. We always talk about Jason. We always talk about Michael Myers. I don't think enough people talk about Angus Scrimm as the tall man, as Jebediah Morningside. And this movie, he really shines his brightest. And I always liked the ending of Phantasm 4. Was the whole series a dream? I think so. I think that, like, what better way to end Phantasm? Was it all a dream? Was it all, just a fever dream? All 4 movies, just one crazy fucked up dream. I like to think so. I know some people will call cop out, some people will call bullshit, but I like to think so. For me, I will say Phantasm 4 is actually going to come in at an A. I like Phantasm 4 quite a bit. I think it's a really, really good one. Now, let's get back to comments here because I skipped some. 3, I'd put it a D. 4 has the song version of the famous theme, of course. Phantasm 3 is watchable, but it does have head-scratching moments. Yeah, no, and a lot of the Phantasm movies do. Grande, I know we're towards the end of October, but would you watch them all in review? I actually did a couple years ago. There's an hour-long episode where I reviewed all 5 Phantasm movies. Highly recommend. It was a good episode, so if you want to hear my in-depth thoughts on these, you can go back. I actually did do an episode. If you want, I can send you the link over email or whatever the hell. It's an older episode, but I did review these. The Black Mass Butcher. Hey, good brother from Instagram. Phantasm is mother's milk. Angus Scrimm is a big regret not meeting. I would agree with that, man. Scrimm is the saving grace of the series. I would agree, man. Angus Scrimm was just one of those people that, like, again, even going a step further than Freddy and Jason, stuff like that. Even go to guys like Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee and Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi and Lon Chaney. Throw Angus Scrimm's name deserves to be there. I really do believe that. I know a lot of people would probably just shake their head. Honestly, yeah, that guy had a presence. Screen presence is everything. Tony Todd, throw those guys, Scrim and Todd, throw them right in that bunch, man. I really believe their names deserve to be talked about more. Boy, okay, I'll check it, Grande. Excellent, man. Let me know what you think. There's no bad Phantasm. It's an underrated franchise. Oh, boy, I don't know about that. There is a bad Phantasm, buddy, and it's the next one, the last one we're talking about here. It is Phantasm Ravager, and it's going to stay right in an F. Phantasm Ravager is a fucking piece of monkey shit, and it never, ever, ever should have been made. It had the budget of about $10.50 on a ham sandwich. It has horrendous visual effects. It really, really should never have been directed by anybody other than Don Coscarelli. It is a fucking flaming piece of shit. And I hate Phantasm 5 Ravager. Easily the worst Phantasm film. First four I could watch. I could watch any of the first four. I think, they're all either, three of them are an A or better. But Phantasm 3, a little bit of step down. Half of it's watchable, half of it's boring. Phantasm 5, though, is the fucking bottom. That's a bad fucking sequel. So this is Phantasm ranked here. Yes, Phantasm. We got the original at an S, 2 and 4 at an A, 3 at a C, and part 5 at a very, very low F rating. Don't hate it. I hate it. I can't lie. So bad. I would agree with Don. Ravager's goated. What? Oh my goodness, we got two people that like Phantasm Ravager just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. I don't know, man. Or just when you thought it was safe to go back in the church. I don't know. That I really couldn't get into at all. But we got another one here, and this was one I had planned, unless anyone else wanted me to do a different one here. I got this one planned. Let's go here and share. And this will be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series ranked. Are we cool with this one? Are we cool with this? Is that okay? If people wanted something else, I guess we could. But for now, I think we just run with this. Scrim is in the Lost Empire, LMFAO. Yeah, Corey's trolling. Corey doesn't mean that. Ravager fans bite. Oh, shit. I don't know. Now I don't even know if either one of you are serious. I don't know. I have no idea if there were any Ravager fans. Maybe the director's mom was a fan. I don't know. Maybe she was. But yeah, no, I guess we could rank Texas Chainsaw Massacre now. And we'll get here. We got a couple more comments. The complete Phantasm Sphere collection is the best collector's pie. That really draws an eye. Oh, man, I agree. I wish I had it. I have the 5-disc DVD set, and I have the original movie on the remastered Blu-ray, which looks fantastic. But, man, I really wish I got in on that Sphere set. I regret it every day. Sure, TCM2 is an S. I have all 5 Phantasm movies on DVD. I do, too. I have them all on DVD. First is goated for sure. Okay, let's do it. Let's get into the idyllic summer afternoon drive that turned into a nightmare. Do I even need to really put this one in this here? We got to just put it in an immediate S. What more can I say that hasn't been said? The idyllic summer afternoon nightmare that turned into the one of the most iconic horror movies ever, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. In my opinion, just one of the all-time best. Tobe Hooper, that cast, the atmosphere, the sickening feeling that you feel throughout that entire movie. Of course, Ed O'Neill as the fucking hitchhiker, Nubbins, the cook. It's just one of the all-time perfect horror movies. The true lightning in a bottle horror movie for me. I don't think there was any other era, any other cast, any other director that could have made this movie as effective as they did it, and they did it in the right time as well. I would say that in my top 2 horror movies of all time, it's this and Dawn of the Dead for me, is my favorite of all time. And so is The Beginning and the OGS. Okay, TCM is more than an S. I would agree. I think it's arguably one of the most perfect horror movies ever made. Like, it really is that damn good. For me, it would be right next to Dawn of the Dead as the all-time greatest horror movie for me personally. Just, it's one of those I've talked about a lot on the channel, so I don't know if I really want to go into full, reviewing this. But I really love the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. To me, it's an easy slam dunk S. I think Joe Bob Briggs' favorite film is TCM, and I don't blame him. Funny enough, though, Joe Bob Briggs said that his favorite horror movie of the 1990s was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. So we'll get there. But first, let's follow up with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 from Cannon Films. This was, of course, the part of the three-picture deal with Tobe Hooper and Cannon Films that kind of went to shit. One of them was Life Force, which I love, is my favorite of the three. One of them is Invaders from Mars, which is a piece of shit. And then you have this film, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which has garnered a crazy cult following over the years. When it first came out, it was really not loved. And now, I mean, there's special edition 4Ks of it out. People embrace the Breakfast Club poster here with Bill Moseley and of course, Jim Seedow and Grandpa, John Dugan, and Bill Johnson as Leatherface. This is a movie that I will say has grown on me too. And it's grown on me because of the community. I'll be honest, when I first saw this movie, I really didn't think much of it. I thought, I get why he did what he did. I get why he made it into a black comedy because there's no way you can follow up the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's no way you're ever going to recapture that grit, that raw feeling, that uneasiness, that, intensity that the original film has. And it's essentially a bloodless film, which is kind of the funniest thing. But Tobe Hooper knew he couldn't recapture that. So instead, he decided to make the sequel into a black comedy. And there's a lot of funny moments in this. I mean, whether Leatherface sawing off Jim Seedow's hemorrhoids. Oh, he chopped off some of my hems. Or, Bill Moseley doing the chop top. Music is my life. And lick my plate, dog dick. I mean, he is fantastic. And people remember him more than the movie itself. Like, that's always my big thing. Like, people remember Chop Top almost more than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 itself. But there's a lot of funny stuff in this. I mean, Jim Seedow winning the chili cook-off, and it's just one of them hard-shell peppercorns. Funny. Of course, Dennis Hopper, weirdly enough, just so miscast in this role. And, I believe it was an accident, Sheriff. I think it was an accident, Lefty. Yeah. Well, one of them boys accidentally sawed his own head off going 90 miles per hour. I mean, fucking funny. This is a movie that you should watch more as a black comedy than a horror film. But you're touching on a fine line because a lot of people that love the original love horror movies. So I could see why somebody would see this and go, fuck this. And I honestly, when I initially saw it, I felt the same way. I was like, God damn it, that wasn't what I wanted. But if you view it in the light of a funny black comedy, I do think it's quite a funny movie. So this is a tough one to rank. I want to hear what you guys think, though. So let me go back to the chat here. Oh, geez. I don't know where we were. I think we'll go right around here. Dawn of the Dead, Shining, Alien were probably my favorite horror films. Those are literally all in my top favorites. Dawn of the Dead being my favorite. I want to see it in a theater tomorrow night. TCM2 is an A tier. In all honesty, unpopular opinion, I can't stand TCM2. My Sonny Bono wig. Yeah. LMFAO Tredge. I am Lord of the Harvest. I have only seen the first one of the TCM and the remake of it. Oh my God, that remake. I'll spoil this. The remake's girlfriend. Bubba's got a girlfriend. It won't let me click on your comment. Oh, are we still okay? I think we lost y'all for a minute. Are we good? I'm checking my Wi-Fi on my phone. Can y'all still hear me? I think I got lost for a minute. I got lost in translation. Bubba's got a girlfriend. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, when Leatherface puts the woman on the hook in the first one, you don't see the hook going into her flesh, but you feel it, Get that bitch Leatherface. Get that bitch. Hell yeah. One of the most quotable. All I want is Trenchy in the Sonny Bono wig. Oh, I'd pay good money to see that. Been to the gas station and it's iconic. Oh, that's awesome, man. TCM2 is an S. Oh no, Frozen. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know. My Wi-Fi just must have had a brain fart. TCM2 broke the interwebs. I guess so. You're good. So I've seen someone said S, someone said A. Don said he didn't like it. Anybody else have any rating on this? Because I could be persuaded, to be honest. I'm between two letters personally, but I'd like to hear. It's definitely not going to get an S. I don't love it like most people do either. I do think I have warmed up to it though, because I do like, my whole thing is I appreciate that Tobe Hooper didn't just do the same movie again. Like, I really do. I appreciate that he looked at it and said, I cannot fucking recapture that. Like, to me, that's so smart because you can't. And for what it's worth, Halloween 2, I love Halloween 2, but that's a movie where it's let's tone it up. You know, Aliens, tone it up. Terminator 2, tone it up. Like Phantasm, tone it up. This is not a sequel like that. It's not a tone it up sequel. So part of me respects that he didn't do that. But with that being said, I don't think this is as good as an Aliens or a Terminator 2 or a fucking Halloween 2. It's not. It's really not to me, but it is a movie that I do respect over the years. I like TCM2 better than the original. Wow, that's a fucking bold statement. I wouldn't say that at all. I think the original is by far the better movie. TCM2 equals Halloween. Oh, no way. Don't put it with Halloween Ends. That's fucking horrible. No, Halloween Ends is a piece of shit. No way. The TCM2 is better than that fucking piece of shit. I'll take Bill Moseley over Corey Cunningham any fucking day of the week, man, personally. All right, so I guess I'll have to just give my rating here. Let's see. Let's go back to the screen. I'm going to say TCM2 is going to be a strong B for me. For me, it's a B. I don't love it like a lot of the cult audience do. I do think it's a movie I've warmed up to. I respect more over the years, and a lot of that's because of Tobe Hooper. I really do love Tobe, so I wanted to give it's just desserts here. But up next, it is one of the most hated. It is Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. Of course, directed by Jeff Burr, who went on to make some direct-to-video oddities. Let it you know, Pumpkinhead 2, Blood Wings, anybody? Oh, now it says my Wi-Fi is bad again. So bear with me, y'all. I don't know. My Wi-Fi is crapping out on us all of a sudden. But yes, this is TCM3 Leatherface. Unpopular opinion, this is my favorite of the sequels. I really like this movie. You have, of course, Viggo Mortensen in this. You have R.A. Mihalov as Leatherface. You have Ken Foree in a fun role. Of course, Dawn of the Dead fame. I always really liked this movie. I always liked the Laz Rocket song, Leatherface. You know, this is one of those movies where New Line, I believe, acquired the rights to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And in similar vein to Hellraiser 3, they were trying to make Leatherface like another icon. Like New Line had Freddy. Freddy was going to die. So it's fuck it. Let's do Leatherface as the next icon. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try Pinhead as the next icon. New Line tried this a lot. You know, they would buy the rights to these franchises and try to make them household names. The only issue with that is this movie really isn't about Leatherface. It's really, once again, about more of the family. Viggo Mortensen probably gets the most screen time of any of them, and he does a wonderful job. I love Viggo Mortensen. He's a really great actor, whether it be History of Violence or Green Book. I mean, I think he's a great actor, and he does a great job here. I like the final girl, Kate Hodge. I think she's beautiful. I like her whole character arc where at the beginning she runs over an armadillo, and it's an accident, of course, and her boyfriend says, hey, you got to kill it. And she can't bring herself to do it. But by the end, she's going toe-to-toe with Leatherface. And, yeah, come on, Leatherface, come on. And what's the chances a dumbass country girl like you would know how to use that thing? Pretty goddamn good, you backwoods motherfucker. Boom! Blows him the fucking hell. And Ken Foree somehow survived after his head was cut in half. I don't know. This is a movie where maybe it's a guilty pleasure. Like maybe from a technical standpoint, it isn't the greatest movie. But I always really liked Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. To me, it's the most likable for me of the sequels. I always liked it. I know people hate, like it is one of the most hated ones. I don't know. Maybe I'm just simple taste here, but I would have to give this one an A. I like. Oh man, I accidentally dragged the screen down again. I'm sorry. I like Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. For me, it's going to be around an A. I like Texas Chainsaw 3. So unpopular opinion there, I know, but that's just where I'm at. This one's a D. Okay. Oh, you guys are going to be pissed when I say my favorite of the franchise because it isn't too. What? Oh, I hope it's not fucking part the remake. Please don't let it be the remake. I like part 3, R.A. Lives, of course. I don't remember 3 that much. Got to rewatch. I like it. I love the new edition of the Texas Chainsaw Next Generation starring Renee Zellweger. Oh, wow. Okay. Communion. Okay. I don't know what Communion you're talking about. But next up, it is the one that the monkey was talking about. And let me exit the Phantasm screen here. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Next Generation, a.k.a. the return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a.k.a. the one with Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger. Holy fucking shit. This movie, the amount of cocaine that must have been on the set of this movie is fucking astounding to me. You have Matthew McConaughey, a future Oscar winner, and Renee Zellweger, a future fucking Oscar winner, starring in this movie as pro and antagonist. And this movie is just absolutely fucking wild. You have this shitty fucking dance, and these kids, they drive along the road, they break down, they go to the fucking house, and they are killed by the wackiest of all the families. You have one guy that thinks he's fucking Teddy Roosevelt, similar to Arsenic and Olace. God rest fucking Cary Grant. He shouldn't have to be mentioned with these movies, especially a movie like Texas Chainsaw 4. But you have Matthew McConaughey with the mechanical leg, and first I'm gonna kill you. Ain't no fucking biggie. And welcome to my world. I mean, he is absolutely chewing up the scenery in this movie, and it's quite funny. It's quite entertaining. When you watch this, you can get so bad it's good enjoyment out of this. But to me, the fucking thing that took the cake on this movie, like to the point where I remember the first time I watched it, I fucking freaked out, was they bring the idea that this is not the Sawyer family anymore. This is the Slaughter family. That's their last name, is the Slaughters. And they're all having dinner. They're eating fucking, it looks like cardboard pizza. And this fucking guy dressed like Vito Corleone walks in the room. And he's like, what is this? This is an abomination. I want these people to understand horror. And he pulls up his shirt, and he has like all of these fucking markings and like rings on his fucking belly. And he starts licking Renee Zellweger's face. When I first saw this, I fucking freaked out. And they insinuate that he is a part of the Illuminati, and that the Illuminati and aliens are running this whole thing. What the fuck? And this was written and directed by none other than fucking Kim Henkel. Kim Henkel, who was the co-writer of the original film, had probably snorted about 20 fucking kilos of fucking cocaine between the original and this film. And it just makes this fucking bizarre movie. Like, what the fuck was going on here, man? I couldn't tell you. Like, this is absolutely the Troll 2 of Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. Leatherface is a transvestite in it and screams Robert Jack. Ah! Like, that is Leatherface's part in this movie. Just putting on lipstick, dressing like a woman, and screaming. That's Leatherface in this movie. The fucking ending where they try to remake the original, where instead of being run over by a truck, the fucking Matthew McConaughey character is run over by a plane. And then there's random cameos by fucking Marilyn Burns and Paul A. Partain from the original film, and seemingly unconnected. Like, what the fuck is this movie, man? Texas Chainsaw 4 is bizarre. It's just absolutely bizarre. I could never tell you what the fuck they were thinking about this movie. LO isn't communing an all title along with Holy Terror. For what? What are you talking about? TCM are on Showtime, Paramount Plus, Showtime, Anytime, Hulu, YouTube TV, Amazon Prime Video, Tubi, Freebie. Okay. John Steele goes, see, they brought in the Illuminati, and everyone knows the Illuminati makes everything better. Well, of course, that's what they fucking did here. It's so batshit crazy with him cutting yeah, no, it's fucking weird. It's a weird one, man. Texas Chainsaw Part 2 is on HBO Max, Hulu. Just came to 4K too, I know, from Vinegar Syndrome. LMAO, like Darla. I like how she seems good, but a little off at first, but then it flips. Yeah, let the right one in. Corey, what are you talking about? I'm so confused. Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 is on Tubi. Okay. TCM, the Coke Chronicles. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation can be rented. Don't waste your money. Do not rent that fucking movie. I love how Grandpa... Yeah, that's the funniest part. Like, all shit starts going down. Grandpa gets up, grabs a knife, and just dips. He's like, deuces, motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck? LMFAO was behind in the stream. Okay, no worries. But that's the best part. You said weird. Just weird. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 is on Tubi. Fuck that. My bad, bro. Don't worry about it at all. So this movie, though, I don't know how... Like, on an entertainment standpoint, this movie might be a fucking A. Because it's so fucking bizarre and funny. But on like a technical standpoint, this is like an F. So I don't know. I guess we can go somewhere in the middle. I guess we'll go exactly in the middle, like a C+. McConaughey steals the movie as Vilmer Slaughter. I love Matthew McConaughey. So we're going to go with a C for this one. C for fucking cocaine. Why not? Next up, though, is the most overrated remake of all time, in my opinion. I don't even want to spend time on it because I bashed it on a previous stream a couple months ago. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 2003, directed by Marcus Nispel, who fucking sucks. One of my top 5 worst remakes, easily. I don't get why people like this movie. It is so beloved in the community, and I could never tell you why. It is generic. You got bucktooth kids running around. You have Arlie Ermy yelling at people. You have fucking Pepper in this fucking movie. You have the fat fucking tea lady. Oh my. That's what I fucking said when I had to sit through this piece of shit. Oh my, what a piece of dog shit. And oh Grande, they got Daniel Pearl back, who's the cinematographer in the original. Wow, isn't it a great movie? Oh my God. No, everybody looks like they're dressed from fucking Abercrombie and Fitch. This doesn't look like the 1970s. This looks like a bunch of fucking idiots that'll be on a fucking Tommy Hilfiger Abercrombie and bitch bag. Fuck the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, 2003. I fucking hate this movie. I forever will hate this movie. It is a piece of dog shit. I don't like the remake, and I don't understand why the fuck people like this movie. F with a fucking capital. F. You can't remake the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You fucking can't do it. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, this is one of the better remakes. Oh, Platinum Dunes. Go fucking shove this movie up your ass. No, actually, here's what you should do. You know the edition of this that pulls out and it's like a chainsaw? Pull it out and then shove that up your fucking ass. That's my fucking opinion. Let's see. Texas Chainsaw 3D 2013 is on HBO. Okay, you're giving everybody the insights here. Remake is so bad they never made it. Dude, and they did a fucking prequel, actually, weirdly enough. Oh my God. Fucking and the dumbass with his legs, how did he get his legs cut off? Oh, let's make a prequel to show you how. Oh, fuck. Oh, I hate this movie. I like the remake. Arlie Ermy is fantastic, not perfect, but a fun remake. Oh man, I don't have fun with it at all. Arlie Ermy, watch him in the Willard remake. The Willard remake's a lot better than this. Watch that, man. Same year, way better. LMFAO, TCM remake is the best remake in my opinion. Wow, I couldn't disagree more. I think other than Elm Street, it's the worst remake. Other than Elm Street and The Fog, it's the worst remake there. It's number 3. It's in the bottom 3 remakes for me. Hate it with a passion. Like if I ever met Mark Sisson, I'd tell him how bad this movie was. I would. Leatherface 3, Leatherface. Okay. That is the piece of shit remake. I hate it. I'll forever hate it. I don't get the love. I don't get it. But next is TCM The Beginning, starring the voluptuous Jordana Brewster. I actually think it's a step up. And funny enough, they brought the writer back from part 3, which is my favorite sequel, David J. Shaw. He also wrote stuff like Pick Me Up. I like David J. Shaw. I think he's good. I would say that this is a step up from the piece of shit remake. I like Jordana Brewster a lot more as the final girl. I think that this movie has a lot more Leatherface in it. I like the mask better. It's a lot more violent. It's a lot more massacre-ish. And to me, you got a lot less of the fucking shitty family members. Like the tea lady's only in one seed, thankfully. I don't have to see the albino woman with no fucking eyebrows that steals people's babies and people go, oh, I love the family. Fuck that. I hate the family. But Jordana Brewster is great in this. I really like her. I think she's beautiful. Just a good charisma too. I like that instead of that remake where they don't have the dinner scene, they have the dinner scene here. And this is a question for the table. Do you guys fuck all your cousins or just the ones you find attractive? I love that. And then Arlie Ermy, you blasphemous bitch. I love that. I thought that was a lot of fun. This movie to me is a little bit more energized. And I like the director. I think he did Jonathan Liebesman, who did Battle Los Angeles and the Killer Tooth Fairy movie, Darkness Falls, which, that's a horse of a different color. I don't know, man. I would say that the beginning is a little bit better than that remake. For me, I would say it's a step above the remake for sure. Man, when we have one, I would say like a B. I would say like a B minus for the beginning. It's a lot better. It's better written for sure. It's more watchable for me than that piece of shit remake. That's just me though. Let's see. I like the remake though, and the prequel LOL Willard remake's awesome. I would agree. And I did a whole stream talking about the Willard versus remake versus original. I go with F13 on that. All the rest are ass. The Elm Street one in particular. Nothing worse. Yeah, I would agree. The Fog, Elm Street, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre to me are the worst remakes. Tom, welcome, brother. You missed out on trivia. We did trivia the first hour. Love Me Sort Jordana. Yeah, Jordana Brewster is really good looking in this movie. Brewster is the opposite of voluptuous Beale Beebe. Dude, Jordana Brewster, I would go way over Beale. And funny enough, I want to hear a fucked up story. Jordana Brewster does this film and married the producer of it, right? Married the producer. They met on set, fell in love, had kids. The Texas Chainsaw movie in 3D, Texas Chainsaw 3D in 2013, same guy produced it. Same guy owned the rights or whatever. He meets Alexandra Daddario on the set of that movie, cheats on Jordana Brewster, and marries Alexandra Daddario and divorces Jordana Brewster. So back-to-back Chainsaw films, the producer met, fucked, had children, and married the final girl, and then left the one, and then fucking married Alexandra Daddario, and I'm sure they probably will have a kid on the way. So crazy enough, that producer is getting in the fucking pink, if you will, which is absolutely crazy, but he's a piece of shit. Nobody cheats. Nobody puts Jordana Brewster in the corner. Brewster, Daddario for me. And fucking Brewster, Beal for me. I like Brewster way better. I just wanted to let people know. Oh, yeah, no, totally, man. All good. This one gets a D for me as well. Okay. Hey, John, it's a tough one to get through. Yeah, no. King Belly is great. I guess Beal, yeah. Let's see. The beginning is my favorite of the franchise. I have a lot of fun with it. And I love that they use the fat chick as a barricade. I don't mind them. I think it's better than the remake. I think the director had a lot to do with that. You forgot to mention the most effed up moment in the remake. The final girl runs over the sheriff, worst part ever. Oh man, that remake I fucking can't stand it. I don't get it. There's so many people put it over. They're like, oh my God, that's one of the remakes, man. I'm like, what? Like, I couldn't fucking at all see that. Trench loves him some TCM. Well, I'm gonna go. I'll see y'all later. Have a great night. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you watching. Had a great time. Thank you so much for participating. A lot of fun in the graveyard here tonight. But let's see. It's not one of my favorite franchises, John, but I have fun with most of the films. Okay, cool. Next up, though, one that I actually have some fun with. This is Texas Chainsaw 3D. Holy shit. So this is the first, let's forget all of them. Well, a lot of these is let's forget all of them and just to make a sequel to the first one. But this is, they literally show you what happens right after the first film ends. And now all of a sudden there's way more family members. There's a baby. And then we fast forward 40 years later where we follow a 20-year-old Alexandra Daddario. What the fuck? That was a big goof. And her, Trey Songz, another girl who's beautiful. They all hop in a van. They go to Leatherface's house and do your thing, cuz. This is one of those movies that it's bad, but it's so wonderfully bad. It's just like The Next Generation. It's so fucking stupid that I kind of have fun with it. It's one of those I could turn my brain off and watch this and have fun with it. The whole 3D element, the whole fact that at first Alexandra Daddario is one of the good guys, and by the end, she's helping Leatherface tag team people. This is just one of those movies that I think is just so bad it's kind of funny. So I don't know. For me, I see someone says I like 3D a lot, have a lot of fun. C on this one. I mean, yeah, from a technical standpoint, it might even be an F, but as an entertaining movie, man, it's fucking entertaining. I would put it right here as a C with The Next Generation. To me, it's another one that's just like kind of fun. 3D finally getting love. Yeah, no, it's so stupid. It's one of those movies that's like everything technically is done bad, but it's kind of an entertaining mess, if that makes any sense. No family, so that's already a minus for me, but the kills are so cool, just above an F. Okay, so you give it a D. We haven't had any Ds so far, but we also have 2 more films. Next up, might just be our first D. It is Leatherface. Yes, from the people who brought you Inside from 2007 and Libid from 2011, which is a great fucking fucked up ballerina vampire film. If you've never seen that, watch that movie. Quit what you're doing right now. Perfect to watch around spooky season, and one I will cover on the graveyard one day. I promise you. French ballerina vampire movie. Watch it. It's great. This is Leatherface, and this one is sort of a prequel story to the upcoming of Leatherface. To me, a poor idea. There are some interesting things done in this movie, like effects-wise. And story-wise, they go with, oh, do you think it's going to be one kid the whole movie that's going to be Leatherface, and at the end it's the other kid? Whatever. I think this was just a bad idea. This is really more of that. I don't know if it's technically bad. I think Stephen Dorff is in this. The woman from fucking The Conjuring, Liv something, is in this as well. Lily Taylor, I think is her name. She does okay in this. It's just one of those movies that it's not very rewatchable. It's one that I kind of just throw away in the throwaway pile. Leatherface to me would probably be a D. I don't know really. It's the least rewatchable for sure. Let's see. 3D came out after the remake, but 10 times better than that remake. I would agree. I would totally agree. It's way more entertaining. I watched TCM for the family, so when you take them away, it kind of sours the film for me. Totally understand. D for me on this one. Aiden's in the house. Everybody, hey, everybody, got to show some Grande some support. God bless. Thank you, man. I don't mind Leatherface. The twist is dumb, and they should have made the escapees and a nurse become the family. Yeah, it's just one of those movies that it has okay potential. But overall, it's one of those movies where it's like, I think it was just a bad idea from the get-go for me. Last and possibly least is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. It's not moving from the F spot. It is an F. It is arguably one of the worst movies I've seen all year. It's got to be up there with this, and Scream 5 would be my least favorite of the year for sure. Let's fucking bring in all these young millennials to buy a town. Somehow they can afford to buy a town. Leatherface's foster mother gets fucking killed, and then Leatherface becomes Jason and fucking destroys all these people and murders people on a live stream Instagram for fucking, oh my God, it's just no reason. Let's bring Sally back, who looks like fucking Mick Garris in this film. Let's bring back Sally from the original, but the actress died. Instead of honoring her and just say, hey, you know what? Nobody can be Sally but Marilyn Burns. Let's bring in this lady who looks like fucking Mick Garris to be this role. She gets fucking killed. Let's have fucking Ratface Girl as the lead and Bob Ross as her fucking sidekick. Let's have this fucking kid. Oh my God, she has a fucking flag. Oh my God, I can't fucking take this. Holy shit, I despise this movie. Let's have Leatherface kill people on a live stream. Oh my God, it's such a fucking bad idea. It's like Leatherface was a bad idea for a movie. This is a 10 times worth idea. The original idea was these two directors, the Tohill brothers, who got fired after a week, which if you ask me, that's a good thing they got fired, because if they fucking went with what the studio wanted them to do, it would have turned out terrible too. They initially wanted to do two sisters traveling cross country. One of them was in a wheelchair, similar to Franklin in the original film, and Leatherface goes after them. It would have been a lot more simple film, a lot more focusing on suspense and terror. That would have been way better than what they did here. This is Leatherface versus hipsters, the movie. That's all that this movie is. And I don't even like hipsters. I don't. And I guess some people go, oh, well, he's murdering hipsters. Aren't you happy? No, I'm not fucking happy watching this fucking movie. I don't want to see fucking Mick Garris running around with a fucking shotgun trying to kill Leatherface. Get the fuck out of here. Go make Masters of Horror Season 3, Mick Garris. Get the fuck out of this film. Leatherface has the worst mask on in this movie. He has a piece of fucking ham on his fucking face. Oh, it's my mother. You're telling me after the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, this motherfucker walked and went to an orphanage and became part of the orphanage. The big fucking 6'4", 300-pound special kid in the orphanage. That's what happened to Leatherface. And he's been sitting here chilling. He's 60 years old. He's indestructible now. He's Jason Voorhees now. And fucking Mick Garris is going to come try to kill him. Holy shit, this movie sucks. They have CGI rocks in this movie. Do I need to say anything else? It's Leatherface versus hipsters, the movie. If you want to see that, good luck. If you don't want to see that, I think you're a smart human being. Let's get to the comments here. Jeez, I fucking hate this movie. F, definitely an F. Arguably the worst one for me. Garbage, bad, very no good, bad. On the subject of Leatherface, what do you think of the new game coming out? Oh man, it looks great. I will say this though, I wish they did a story mode. I really do. Like it looks like it's 3-on-4. It's going to be fun, interactive online game to play, and they got the look, design, all that stuff. The house, perfect. I just think you should have had a story mode in there too, where it could be Leatherface or Nubbins and play a story mode out. I think that would have been a lot of fun. I wish they would add that, but I don't think they will. Maybe as a DLC. But I definitely am excited for that for sure. TCM 1 and 2 are high S. I love TCM 1. I love it. F, put TCM 2 in the body bag, of course. LMFAO, the old lady shit was just hilarious. Oh God, I just hate this movie. I don't think I've any. Dude, there are people that like it. There are some people that were like, oh, you know, you just gotta watch it with the no, like. Texas Chainsaw 3D, I could watch like that. And the Next Generation, I could watch Matthew McConaughey being a fucking idiot for an hour and a half. I can. This, no way. I mean, there's nothing funny about it. It's not one of those so bad it's good. This is so bad it's bad to me. LMAO sounded like Mick Garris. She did, man. She looked like fucking Mick Garris. What the fuck? I've heard people say 22 Dudes dumb fun. No, it's not. See, that's the thing. Like, to me, dumb fun is not this movie at all. Mick must have needed some money. Yeah, Mick's trying to produce Massive Horror Season 3, so that's why he did this. The party bus thing was what the fuck? Millennials filming the shit. Yeah, no, horrible. Mick needed some money. Yeah, he did. He did some fucking money. They threw away one of their character arcs as well. I like the idea of the schools. Yeah, and they barely touched that, though. Like, you introduce that and don't even go there. Like, go there, make it, okay, I have to overcome my fear. Like, something, if you want to do that, go for it. They drop it. And why bring Sally into it at all? Why bring Mick Garris out of retirement at all? Fucking horrible, man. People can crap on Strangers Pray at Night all they want. Oh, fuck yeah, it's a better film than that. Easily, the actor who plays the man in the mask in Pray at Night is going to be a part of the new TCM video game. That's cool. Very cool. So that is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre ranked. We'll give you one more look at it. The original is an S. Part 3 is an A. Unpopular, I know. 2 and the beginning I quite like. Next Generation, TCM 3D, dumb fun. Leatherface, just a bad idea, bad choice from filmmakers. Just really one of those movies that the oddball out. The one that doesn't fit in, doesn't feel like a Texas Chainsaw movie. And then the piece of shit Platinum Dunes remake, which I fucking hate with a burning passion, and Leatherface versus Hipsters, or Leatherface versus Hipsters versus Mick Garris, if you want to get really technical here. So yeah, that is the entire Texas Chainsaw Massacre series ranked. And oh boy, is that my buddy? Is that Nathan Max? Is that Ty Rex? Is that Nate Murphy? What's up, man? Good to see your name on here. I thought Mick Garris' character was a shitty deep fake. Yo, man, it's like CGI Mick Garris. I don't know, man, but Mick Garris, that's a bunch of bullshit. When I seen that, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, fuck. Wow. That movie, fucking horrible. But just like we did last year, we're going to end with little scary stories to tell in the dark. Of course, this is one of my all-time favorite little horror books here. And, I figure I read some of these. I can kill the lights. So I don't know if anyone's a fan and you have any stories you want me to read out of these, I will, because this is how we're going to end off spooky season. Before we get into these, I do want to tell you guys what's coming down the road. We're going to do horror burnout for a couple weeks. So the next few weeks, we're going to do non-related horror episodes. The first one is going to be coming of age movies. I don't know if we're going to do top 5 or top 10 yet, but we're going to be doing coming of age movies. And I'm really excited to be discussing that. So we're going to skip horror for now. Just because after Halloween or after October spooky season, I like to take a couple weeks off of watching horror, and that's why we're going to be doing a little bit of a change. So horror burnout for the next couple weeks. We've got coming of age movies and possibly the Jim Carrey top 10 that I promised so long ago. So that's what's coming up. That's what's planned. But for now, some scary stories to tell in the dark. So anybody have any ones you want me to read? You can let me know. I'm going to kill the lights. I'm going to get up. and kill the lights. Oh, yeah, now it's spooky. I don't know how I'm going to see the page, though. That's the only problem. I don't know. That might be the only problem. Oh, yeah. Can you read the one in Big Mama's house? Not in Big Mama's house. Oh, my God. Big Mama's house, one of my favorite. I love fucking Martin Lawrence in that. And Dan, you look like a damn shaved bird. I mean, just great. Nice. Yeah, no, we're going to be doing awesome stuff for the next few weeks. Good old Fede Alvarez. Yeah, fucking Fede Alvarez. Oh, we're going to do Evil Dead without CGI. You're a fucking liar, my guy. All right, so let's open up the scary stories to tell in the dark. These are not going to be easy to read in the fucking dark, to be perfectly honest. Let's see. What are we going to do here? Open up the book of fuck here. And let's do... Oh, we got the Hearst song. We could sing the first song. We could sing the Hearst song for sure. Let's do... Okay, let's do Room for One More. All right? Ready, guys? Room for One More. I'll try to do voices. A man named Joseph Blackwell came to Philadelphia on a business trip. He stayed with his friends in the big house they owned outside the city. That night, they had a good time visiting. But when Blackwell went to bed, he tossed and turned and couldn't sleep. Sometime during the night, he heard a car turn into the driveway. He went out to the window to see who was there. In the moonlight, he saw a long black hearse filled with people. The driver of the hearse looked up at him. When Blackwell saw his queer, hideous face, he shuddered. The driver called to him, "There's room for one more." Then he waited. He waited for a minute or two and drove off. In the morning, Blackwell told his friends what had happened. You were dreaming, they said. Don't worry about it. I must have been, he said, but it didn't seem like a dream. It seemed really real. After breakfast, he went into Philadelphia. He spent the day high above the city in one of the new office buildings there. Late in the afternoon, he was waiting on an elevator to take him back down to the street. But when it arrived, it looked very crowded. One of the passengers looked out and called to him. There's room for one more, said the passenger. It was the driver of the hearse. No thanks, said Blackwell. I'll get the next one. The doors closed and the elevator started down. There was a shrieking, screaming, and then a sound of a crash. The elevator had fallen to the bottom of the shaft, and everyone inside was killed. Room for one more. Love that one. I see Trenchy said the Wendigo one. That's funny. That's the next page. We're on the Wendigo one. I got to show. I love the illustrations here. Wendigo here. Just awesome stuff. So I'll read the Wendigo one for you, Trench. Absolutely. Let's just take your comment down here and let's do the Wendigo. A wealthy man wanted to go hunting in the part of northern Canada where few people had ever hunted. He traveled to a trading post and tried to find a guide to take him, but no one would do it. It was too dangerous, they said. Finally, he found an Indian who needed money badly, and he agreed to take him. The Indian's name was Defago. They made camp in a snowy lodge near. They made camp in a snow near a large frozen lake. For 3 days, they hunted, but they had nothing to show for it. The third night, a windstorm came. They lay in their tents, listening to the wind howling and trees whipping back and forth. To see the storm better, the hunter opened the tent flap. What he saw startled him. There wasn't a breath of air stirring, and trees were standing perfectly still, yet he could hear the wind howling. And the more he listened, the more it sounded if it was Defago's name. Defago, it called. Defago. I must be losing my mind, the hunter thought. But Defago had gotten out of his sleeping bag. He was huddled in the corner of the tent, his head buried in his arms. What's this all about? The hunter asked. Oh, it's nothing, Defago said. But the wind continued to call him, and Defago became more tense and more restless. Defago, it called. Defago. Suddenly, he jumped to his feet and he began to run from the tent. But the hunter grabbed him and wrestled him to the ground. You can't leave me out here, the hunter shouted. Then the wind called again, and Defago broke loose and ran into the darkness. The hunter could hear him screaming as he went. Again and again he cried, oh, my fiery feet, my burning feet of fire. Then his voice faded away, and the wind died down. At daybreak, the hunter followed Defago's tracks in the snow. They went into the woods, down toward the lake, and out onto the ice. But soon he noticed something strange. The steps Defago had taken no longer and longer. They were so long no human being could have taken them. It was as if something had helped him to hurry away. The hunter followed the tracks out to the middle of the lake, but there they had disappeared. At first, he thought that Defago had fallen through the ice, but then he wasn't. Then he thought that something had pulled him off into the sky, but that made no sense. As he stood wondering what happened, the wind picked up again. Soon it was howling as it became as nightfall. Then he heard Defago's voice. It was coming from up above, and again he heard Defago screaming, my fiery feet, my burning feet. But there was nothing there. Now the hunter wanted to leave the place as fast as he could. He went back to camp and packed. Then he left some food for Defago, and he started out. Weeks later, he reached civilization. The following year, he went back to hunt in that area. He went back to the same trading post to look for the guide. The people there could not explain what had happened to Defago that night, but they had not seen him since then. Maybe it was the Wendigo, one of them said. It's supposed to come with the wind. It drags you along at great speed until your feet are burned away. And the more you and more of you than that, it carries you into the sky and drops you. It's just like a crazy story, but that's what some of the Indians say. A few A few days later, the hunter was at the trading post again. Indian come by and sat by the fire. He had a blanket wrapped around him and wore his hat so that you couldn't see his face. The hunter thought there was something familiar about him. He walked over and asked, "Are you DeFago?" The Indian didn't answer. "Do you know anything about him?" No answer. He began to wonder if something was wrong, if the man needed help, but he couldn't see his face. "Are you all right?" he asked. No answer. To get him to look, he lifted the Indian's hat. Then he screamed. There was nothing under the hat but a pair of asses. Yes! Gotta love that one. Good pick. I'm sorry, that was a long one. I can't really see these too good. Scratch, scratch, scratch. I had to remind myself it's only my imagination. Absolutely. That's one of my favorites. Oh, absolutely. Love that one, man. Let me give you my favorite one. This one has always been my favorite. It is Wait Till Martin Comes. And this one just always scared the shit out of me. And I love especially the illustration by Stephen Gamble. Just creepy stuff, man. These so much unsettled me, and they're perfect for spooky season. Wait till Martin comes. An old man was out for a walk. When a storm came up, he looked for a place to take shelter. Soon he came to an old house. He ran up on the porch, knocked on the door, but nobody answered. By now, rain was pouring, thunder was booming, and lightning was flashing. So he tried the door. When he found it was unlocked, he went inside. Except for a pile of wooden boxes, the house was completely empty. He broke up some of the boxes and made a fire with them. Then he sat down in front of the fire and dried himself. It was so warm and cozy that he fell asleep. When he woke up, a black cat was sitting near the fire. It stared at him for a while. Then it purred. That's a nice cat, he thought. He dozed off again. However, this time when he opened his eyes, there was a second cat in the room. But this one was as big as a wolf. It looked at him very closely and asked, "Shall we do it now?" "No," said the other cat. "Let's wait till Martin comes." I must be dreaming, thought the old man. He closed his eyes again, then took another look. By now, there was a third cat in the room, and this one was as big as a tiger. It looked the old man up and down all over and asked, "Shall we do it now?" "No," said the other two. Let's wait. Let's wait till Martin comes." The old man jumped up, jumped out the window, and started running down the street. "When Martin comes, you tell him I couldn't wait." Look, that's my favorite one. I don't know why. It always scared the shit out of me. The idea of, falling asleep, waking up, and seeing just a bigger and bigger and bigger, and then knowing whatever Martin must have been the most giant cat in the world. To me, it's just a brilliant horror story about the perceptions of fear. And man, I don't know. I really love that one. Oh shit, that delivery. Yeah, it's funny. Some of these I've read so many times that I can deliver them, with good delivery. The Wendigo I'd actually never read, so I apologize if I didn't do a good job with that. So I apologize on that. I was reading it for the first time, so I was kind of reading it slower. So I do apologize, everyone. Let's pick another one though. Let's see. Going through these now. Let's do this one. The White Satin Evening Gown. Yes. I see I've lost a lot of my audience. I'm sorry. I love doing these. But a good thing we didn't do these first, because then we would have lost everybody for the night. A young man invited a young woman to a formal dance, but she was very poor and she could not afford to buy the evening gown she needed for such an occasion. "Maybe you can rent a dress," her mother said. So she went to a pawn shop not far from where she lived. There she found a white satin evening gown in her size. She looked lovely in it, and she was able to rent it for very little. When she arrived at the dance with her friend, she was so attractive. Everyone wanted to meet her. She danced again and again and was having a wonderful time. But then she began to feel dizzy. Then she began to feel faint, and she asked her friend to take her home. "I think I've danced too much," she told him. When she got home, she lay down on her bed. The next morning, her mother found that her daughter had died. The doctor did not understand what had caused her death, so she had the coroner perform an autopsy. The coroner found that she had been poisoned by embalming fluid. It had stopped her blood from flowing. There were traces of the fluid on the dress. He decided it had entered her skin. She perspired while dancing. The pawnbroker said he bought the dress from an undertaker's helper. It had been used in funeral for another young woman, and the helper had stolen it just before she was buried. Yes! The white satin evening gown. Love that one, man. I see Mateo's calling it a night. Dude, too sweet. Peace. Thank you for catching the show, man. Night in white satin. Hell yeah, man. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. We'll do a couple more here and we'll call it a night too. I'm not much of a singer, but we could sing the Hearst song. You want to sing the Hearst song? We could sing the Hearst song. Why not? This is the Hearst song. No illustration here, but if you know the lyrics, you could sing along. All right. I'm not much of a singer, so here goes nothing. Don't you ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in a big white sheet from your head down to your feet. They put you in a big black box. They cover you up with dirt and rocks, and all goes well for about a week. And then your coffin begins to leak, and the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms play pinochle on your snout. They'll eat your eyes, they'll eat your nose, they'll eat the jelly between your toes. A big green worm with rolling eyes crawls in your stomach, then out your eyes. Your stomach turns a slimy green, and pus pours out like whipping cream. You spread it on a slice of bread, and that's what you eat when you're dead. The Hearst song. Hell yeah. Gotta love it. I'm sorry, I'm not much of a singer, but I figured the Hearst song was just too much fun. Grande, you're a good host. You know how to put on a show. Hey, man, that's what it is. It's my show, so I try to entertain. I noticed I lost a ton of my audience when I started doing these, but I just love these, man. I'm just a big fan of scary stories to tell in the dark. You put on a lot of enthusiasm. Thank you, man. I try. This is a fun show. Stop it. I love it. The reading of Scary Story at Big Mama's house made the scene awesome since the killer was there to kill everyone. Martin Lawrence wasn't there. It would have been a bloodbath like the FBI knew. I'm actually surprised that you're a fan of that one. That seems to be a movie that a lot of people dislike. But I don't know. I was always a really big fan of Big Mama's House as well. I like Paul Giamatti. I don't know. I think the movie had a good heart to it. What do you guys think? One more? You want to do one more or you want to call it? I guess we could do one more. I'm looking here. Let's see. Looking through. Gotta love Happy Halloween to you, John. And the Graveyard Denizens. Another fun show. Sorry I missed the trivia. No worries at all, man. Thank you, Tom, for all your support. I appreciate it. One more. All right, one more. I'm looking for one more here. Not room for one more. Let's do the guests. Okay, we'll do the guests. That's going to be the last one of the show. The guests. Here we go. Room for one more, honey. I gotta love it. 22, Twilight Zone. Okay, last one of the night. A young man and his wife were on a trip to visit his mother. Usually they arrived in time for supper, but they have gotten a late start and now it was getting dark. So they decided to look for a place to stay overnight and go on into the morning. Just off the road, they saw a small house in the woods. Maybe they rent rooms, the wife thought. So they stopped to ask. An elderly man and woman came to the door. They didn't rent rooms, they said, but they would be glad to have them stay overnight as guests. They had plenty of room and they would enjoy the company. The old woman made coffee and brought out cake, and the four of them talked for a while. Then the young couple were taken to their room. Then again explained that they wanted to pay for this, but the old man said they would not accept any money. The young couple got up early the next morning, and before the host had awakened, on the table near the front door, they left an envelope with some money in it for the room. Then they went to the next town. They stopped by a restaurant and had breakfast. When they told the owner where they had stayed, he was shocked. "That can't be," said the owner. "That house burned to the ground, and the man and woman who lived there died in the fire." The young couple could not believe it, so they went back to the house. Only now there was no house. All they saw was a burned-out shell. They stood staring at the ruins, trying to understand what had happened. Then the woman screamed. In the rubble was a badly burned table, like the one they had seen by the front door. On said table was the envelope they had left there that morning. Yes, The guests. I love these. I'm just a mark for these. I love scary stories to tell in the dark. Of course, they did the 2 sequels to this, and there's also a documentary that's quite good on these. Granted, they get a little political in the documentary. I won't lie. If you don't like politics like me, it would sour you a little bit on that doc. But I think these books are great for this time of the season. If you have young kids, to me, a great way to kind of break them into horror, and to me, a really fun way and safe way to kind of explore scariness, a scary side. I really like scary stories to tell in the dark. One of my all-time favorites. The illustrations by Stephen Gamble and the great short stories by Alvin Schwartz are just all-time great and perfect for spooky season. So I highly recommend if people have not read these, go ahead, read some more. And even if you want, you can listen to those particular ones with my commentary. And sorry about the Wendigo. That was actually the first time I've ever read that one. So funny enough. But yeah, no, I see Trent says the doc is fun. Yeah, so that has been the Spooky Spooktacular. We ate candy, we played trivia, we chilled with Sam, Roy, and Pamela. We did tier making. We had a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Read scary stories, tell them dark, all that good stuff. We even had a fucking singing appearance from me, which I apologize about. But yeah, no, I just wanted to say thank you that we had so many people in the house tonight. It really was a party. We had some new faces. The monkey, I've never seen you in the show, so thank you so much for participating. I hope you'll join us again. Like I said, next week we will be doing horror burnout. We got a couple weeks of horror burnout, and we're going to be doing coming of age movies. So that's going to be a lot of fun, just to take a little bit of a break because spooky season, we go hardcore here on Grande's Graveyard. So it's nice to kind of take a step back. The Wendigo was featured heavily in Until Dawn. Great video game. Great stream, man. Very fun. Stay frosty. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to you, too. And happy Halloween to everybody else. Thank you so much for the support. If you like this video, throw me a like. If you have community posts, share it. Go ahead. Thank you so much, everyone, for all the support. It means a lot to me. And we'll be back next week. But everyone have a safe Halloween weekend. If Dawn of the Dead is playing in the Regal near you, go support it. It's my favorite movie of all time. And I'll be sure to tell you guys all about the haunted house that I go to tomorrow night and my experience seeing Dawn of the Dead in the theater. So everybody, thank you so much for the support. I love you all. Lap, hell yeah, man. Nanu. Great stuff. Dude, thank you so much, Brother Steele. All right, I love you guys. Stay beautiful. Keep it creepy, and we will catch you next time. Only on the Graveyard. Too sweet. Peace. Good night, everybody. Happy Halloween.